There. It's pretty good hair. Hi guys, are you in there? Hi Patchwork. Hi Uri. Good morning. There. I get the pom-poms correct. What are you guys doing this morning? I'm just waking up. We're just getting it together. I need a second. Hi Leslie. I need 1 second to get my Cash App up, you guys. Give me one moment. You like my hair. Thank you. I don't know what else we can do with it in this weather, you guys. Hi, KZ. Hello. Good morning, sweetie. I'll be with you in 1 second. You're feeding the pets. Good. I just got done feeding the pets. I just gave them all their food, changed all their water, gave them all their meds, and now they're in there chilling. So get that together and we'll meet back here in a second. It's supposed to be hotter today than yesterday, you guys. Katie, I told my husband about what you told me about taking the tent back. We're so excited. We're going to call there today and make sure that that can happen. And if it can happen, he's going to get his buddy to drive him up there. And I'm so excited that you told me that. I really hope that works. KZ, are you asking about Baxter? Baxter, the 15-year-old Yorkie, or Killer, the 16-year-old Chihuahua? So I've got two seniors. Yeah, Katie, that's the plan, and thank God for you, man. Because I'm out like $120, and I would really love to have that money back after buying that fucking eyesore. We didn't even take it down yet. He's going to take it down this morning. But there's nothing wrong with it. It's in perfect condition. It's clean. I'll put it... I don't have the box to put it back in, but we'll put it in that duffel bag, and if you think that that'll work... There's proof of it, you know, on Amazon, me buying it, so that should be a good enough receipt. Do you think so, Katie? Hi, Harry. Harry's in chat, you guys. Harry's sending a star. We do have that Cash App up. Let me just pin it. Okay, we're good. We're good to go. We're ready. Mark Masser's in chat. Good morning. But you're calling me Sarah. My name's Jennifer, sweetie. I'm Jennifer. I'm the Real Housewife of Cleveland. Close, but no cigar, Marky Poo. Hi, Billy Dismore. Good to see you. Is your area dangerous? No. I'm on the west side of Cleveland, and I'm not even in Cleveland. I'm a little bit further than that. I'm about 4 houses down from the border, and I'm in Lakewood, Ohio, which is a lovely suburb, you guys. Let's put up some. Yeah, that's one of my good customers. Why do you ask, or girl? Or girl, Brooke, why do you ask about bite-sized crayons, bit-sized crayons? Why do you ask? That's someone who comes in here and tips me for a sexual fetish. Why are you asking about that? Okay. KZ, are you asking about Muggsy? Are you asking about Muggsy, the 25-year-old Chihuahua? My soulmate dog, my little Scuba-Doo Muggamoo? He died in February, sweetie. So if that's the dog you're asking about, I used to have three special needs senior chihuahuas: Muggsy, who was 25, Killer, who was 16, and Baxter, who was 15. Muggsy, the 25-year-old chihuahua, did pass away in February. I think it was February 7th, sweetie. I know, it's tragic, right? Biachi, cute name for your channel, sending me so many stars. Biachi, 11 stars? Shut up, Biachi. 100 woo from Biachi. Biachi sending me so many stars. Thank you so much, sweetie. Biachi is in the house sending me gifts. Thanks, you guys. Welcome to my channel. I'm Jennifer. I'm the Real Housewife of Cleveland. Hello. Good morning, you guys. 71 in chat and 9 likes. We need to get those likes up for the algorithm. Do me a favor before we continue. Everybody who's come in here, make sure you go up there, manually hit that thumbs up button. I need you guys all to like right now. Go on. We need Foot Slut Army getting in there. Soldiers moving. I need you hitting that like button or double tap the screen to like my stream. Double tap the screen to like my stream. Danny did it. Thank you. Also, if you guys are subscribed to my channel, amazing. If you're not, sub the fuck up. And make sure you put your notification bell on. Why? Because I stream all the time. I'm working on my channel very hard right now, and I'm putting a lot of time into streaming. It's called Watch Hours. So this is my daily diary. Come on in and check out what I'm talking about. You might love it, you might hate it. Come on in and give it a like, subscribe, and you can also become a member of my channel for $2.99, you guys, if you want to get crazy about it. Why would you do that? Because you could do shit like this and put crazy fucking emojis in there. What is that an emoji of? My crack. Do you want to know what my crack is? Make sure you guys have something to drink, because this is what I drink. Look at that. It's a freshie just for this morning for you guys. Canada Dry Ginger Ale. This is what I love. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink any of that crap. But I be drinking this all the time. So get something to drink. Make sure you guys have something to drink right now. Yummy. Make sure you guys... What's going on here? Make sure you guys are wearing something comfy. We are having a heat wave in Ohio, and it is hotter today than it was yesterday. So I just have a cute little sundress on. Yes, it's a good one. And that is all I have on. I have some earrings and some jewelry on. I'm just talking away. Thank you. Thank you, Ryan. I wonder how long that was going on, old McTie-Dye. Old McTie-Dye is like, put on your glasses, lady. Okay, let's start again. I don't even know what I was talking about. Jesus loves you. We back. We back. We got sound back. Leslie? That's not my normal Leslie. That's a different Leslie. Hi, Bakery Queen. Welcome to chat. Good to see you guys. How are you this morning? Okay, TLM, Richard Martinson. 305 is sending me sparkles. 305 is sending me sparkles. Hello. Welcome to my channel. Make sure you guys are subbed up. Ooh, look at that. Riggedy Rick sending me stars. Thank you, Riggedy Rick. Make sure you guys are subscribed. If you're not subscribed, sub up. Make sure you turn your notification bell on. You've walked into my daily diary. Make sure you hit that like button. 305 sending me more sparkles. Thank you. We give you a spin. And stars. Thank you for that. You guys, thank you for all the gifts. Tell me, Richard. What? What, Richard? What? Make sure you guys give me a like. Go in there and let's hit this algorithm. We got 29 in chat and 28 likes. We at least got to make that even. I need one more like. I need one more like. Double tap the screen to like my stream. Double tap the screen to like my stream. You guys have reached my diary, so welcome. Make sure you have something to drink. Chicken butt. You got me. You got me. Guess what? Chicken butt. You got me. Make sure you guys are wearing something comfy. We're still having a heat wave here, so I have this cute little vintage sundress on. That's all I got on today. I got that and some jewelry on. It's hot as a motherfucker in here. Chicken butt. Bye, Richard Martins. See you later. Hi, Paul. Hi, Jay. Retro King. Thank you for the sparkles and the star, Retro King. How old am I? I'm 56 years old. I was born in 1969. That being said, I'm Generation X, and I'm looking for an older, more mature audience in chat. So if you're a kid in here, if you're under 18, get the fuck out. We don't want you here. This chat and this channel is for 18 years and older only. So if you're under 18, blow out of here. And if I find out you're under 18, I will hide and delete you from my channel permanently. And believe me, we can tell who's older. Oh, Riggedy Rig setting me in 100s. And when we do the hundreds, we do the ooh-woos. Ooh-woo, ooh-woo. 100% ooh-woo, 100% ooh-woo, ooh-woo. Bakery Queen. I hope to run into you someday. You're my favorite person on YouTube. Shut up, Bakery Queen. You're so sweet telling me I'm your favorite person. Well, you're one of my favorite people on the chat that I like to see coming in. That would be lovely if we could run into each other one day. Do you ever come to Cleveland, Ohio? And would you bring me baked goods, I wonder? The police are coming. Okay, so we've done that little bit of an introduction. Make sure you guys have something to drink. I'll put it in chat. I'll put it in chat. Make sure you guys are wearing something comfy. And make sure you guys have something to smoke. It's going to be important. The smoking is going to be important today. Okay. Okay, so Anna Lee, who's 9 years old, is getting taken out of chat right now. No 9 years olds, you know. Why don't copy other channels, please? Because I say ooh-woo. Do you realize Shelby Pop-Tart Barbie did not create the word ooh-woo? Do you know there's been ooh-woo girls for a long time? Do you know there are ooh-woo boys? So I'm not copying other channels. Ooh-woo! Okay, my premise is not ooh-woos, but when we get 100, we say ooh-woo. Is it because Shelby says it? Yes, it is. So Shelby is Pop-Tart Barbie. Everybody go say hi to her. But no, we're not copying others' channels, honey. Shelby copies other people by saying ooh-woo. So I'm allowed to say ooh-woo as well. Ooh-woo? So fuck yourself. Brett gives me 100% ooh-woo because he likes to hear it too. Brett's giving me 2 ooh-woos. Ooh-woo, ooh-woo. Lots of hate in here. That's good, Katie. You want to know why? When we get lots of hate, that means big numbers for me at the end of the day. So look past the hate, you guys. Don't even pay attention to it and read between the lines. When I get a lot of hate right away on my stream, it's good numbers for me at the end of the stream. So we just look past that and we think about the business aspect of it, right? Copycat. Okay, so who else am I copying? Who else has been a woo-woo person? How about Vlad? The person Vlad. Okay, how about Tom McDonald's girlfriend? She's an ooh-woo girl. I don't game, but I have ooh-woo headphones and I love ooh-woo. So I don't watch Pop-Tart Barbie myself, but she's one person that says ooh-woo. I also say ooh sometimes, you guys. So nobody's copying anybody. It is a word that is allowed to be used on the internet, and it's used by many creators and many gamers way long before Shelby used it. So don't confuse yourself. Mark Manti says, I missed his message and it's really important. Let me go back. I'm missing a lot of messages, you guys, because the chat is going fast. Okay, well, you guys are dumb. Okay, so we're going to continue saying ooh woo whenever I get 100%, whether you guys like it or not, okay? Shelby, Pop-Tart Barbie, copied ooh woo from someone else. So I'm allowed to say ooh woo as well. It's not the premise of my channel like Shelby's is. Shelby is the ooh woo girl, and she says it every 5 seconds. I say it when I get 100. So I do have my own phrases that I say all the time, and that's one of them, you guys. So fuck yourselves. Oh, Rickety Rack, we're taking you out of here. You can leave too. So make sure you guys know what you're talking about. Am I not allowed to use the word also too? Because a lot of people use the word also. Should I not be allowed to use that? Okay. Also, ooh woo? Fuck yourselves. Mark, I'm looking for your message. There's no such thing as an original thought. Prove me wrong. No, you're right. There's no such thing as an original thought, and everything is copy. Everything is copy. Shelby's copying from other uwu girls. There's been uwu girls for a very long time. There are gamer girls all over Twitch before Shelby ever hit the road that said uwu. So yes, I can say uwu. It's not her phrase. It's not anyone's phrase. I can also say that. Are we going to have an ooh-woo channel? No, we're not. But those of you telling me to stop saying a word need to leave my chat. My message was simply, hey, I'm from Cleveland and I own a bakery. Oh, I couldn't find it. That's what I was looking for. I'm scrolling through all the hate trying to decipher it. So, do you own a bakery in Cleveland, I wonder? And if so, where? Can you tell me so I can come and meet you and buy your baked goods? Because I love bakeries. I'm in Lakewood and I go all the time to bakeries. I love a bakery. I spend a lot of money at bakeries. Did I know that Mark has a bakery in Cleveland? I'm just finding this out, people. What about you guys? Bakery Queen says, the fact that they want to argue shows that they have no life. The fact that they think that ooh-woo is one girl's word is beyond me, or that I'm copying her. Uwu girls have been a thing for a very long time, honeys, and there's been numerous girls that say uwu, and I myself, even if I don't game, even if I have the little headphones, I can say uwu. So, you know, you guys are a little bit dumb right now. Jank. Mark, where is your bakery? Give me an address. Give me a name. And Katie says you can say whatever you want. Yeah, I can. And that doesn't mean I'm copying people. Trust me, I don't need to copy people to do my channel. But it is fun to say some things that are a pop culture word that has to do with the internet. That would be ooh-woo. That's why Shelby uses it, weirdos. Okay? So everything's copy and everybody's copying everybody else. If I was going to copy Shelby, I'd be standing up here saying ooh-woo all day. I simply say it when I get a 100, and you guys should start sending me 100s right now so we can start saying it. Mark, I don't really own a bakery, but I would buy a bakery just for the opportunity to meet you. Really? Mark, after all that, you don't even own a bakery? You've lost your mind, Marky Poo. I've never, Bakery Queen says, I've never even heard it was a thing till this conversation. Well, there are uwu girls, okay? An uwu girl is a gamer girl. That means it's a girl who sits around and games. Usually she'll go on Twitch and stream it. She can make money doing it. A lot of times they'll have the cat ear headphones. They're called uwu girls. It's a gaming girl. That's all it is, you guys. So Shelby, the girl who from 2007 from Pop Tart Barbie, who started saying uwu last December, yeah, she was copying other people, you guys. She was copying other uwu girls. And she just, instead of saying uwu once in a while, she made that her whole premise and her whole thing. So that doesn't mean she owns it. That doesn't mean she's the only uwu girl in the world. Actually, there are way more better uwu girls than Shelby, if you guys are not up on that. So I am allowed to say uwu as well, being an internet personality, being in pop culture, being a person who has cat ear headphones and likes gaming, okay, being a person who supports gaming girls and uwu girls. I'm allowed to say uwu. It's nobody else's phrase. I'm not using anybody else's phrase, okay? It's a phrase that has been used for a very long time on the internet, having to do with gaming women. So uwu, fuck yourselves. Okay, so Old McTie-Dye has a good point here. Yeah, I've never seen anyone do uwu till you talked about this girl a while back. I've seen the fake people on TikTok. Well, yeah, uwu girls have been a thing for a long time, and there's even transgender uwu girls, okay? There's a guy here on YouTube named Vlad. He's very entertaining. I don't think he's really trans, but he pretends he is, and he dresses up as an uwu girl, and he will go on public sites to try to get people to think that he's a hot uwu girl, and he'll just sit there and they'll log in and he'll say uwu, and you know, that's what gamer girls do for decades, guys. Gamer girls go on Twitch, they put on their little headphones, they get paid, and they're gamers. They're uwu girls. That's what they do. I almost became an uwu girl, but I wasn't interested in gaming. So that's where Shelby stole it from, and I don't think Shelby's even a gamer. So is Shelby even allowed to say uwu? You guys, if I'm not, she's not either, because she's not even a gamer girl. She's not even a uwu girl. So that when I say 100% uwu, I do say the 100% uwu because Shelby said that. Shelby didn't make up uwu, okay? There's plenty other uwu gamer girls in the world, but when she got specifically that 100%, she would say 100% uwu. But understand, she says uwu every other word she says. So I'm just giving her a little bit of a shout out, you guys. I'm not copying her. I'm giving her a little bit of an homage, okay? And I always shout her out. Uwu? You thought uwu had something to do with anime. Well, it's a gamer. An uwu is a gamer girl. An uwu girl is a gamer girl who is hot, who dresses up to look good, because she films herself gaming, usually on Twitch. That's what an uwu girl means. It doesn't have anything to do with anime. You might think that because a lot of gamer girls like anime. But no, it has nothing to do with anime. Uwu girls, maybe anime will draw uwu girls, okay? But no, uwu girl is a gamer girl. TC San Fran says, today's Battle of Gettysburg began 163 years ago. Well, let's take a moment of that. We don't like thinking about battles and in Gettysburg, so let's think about all those poor soldiers, those young men that died for what they were doing. That's sad for me, and remember them. Ricardo's in chat. He says, you look gorgeous. Thank you. Do you watch anime? No, I don't watch anime. I find it very boring and very lame, and pretty stupid. I think that people who are into that a lot are very bored. Do I like the art? Yeah, I think it's okay. I like to look at a cute anime headshade chick for about 3 seconds and then I move on. Am I into anime art? No, I'm not. You know, I'm an art history major from Kent State. So I'm into, you know, Renaissance art. I'm into pre-Raphaelite art. I'm into um, different types of art, not anime so much. I respect it and I think it's okay, but I don't dig it like most people dig it. It says, hey Toots, what's on your mind? Well, I think it's a little hot here. I'm thinking that maybe I should have rethought this and I should have maybe streamed inside the house this morning in the AC because it's very sticky. It's very sticky and hot out here. So that's what's on my mind as I'm going through chat. I'm thinking, boy, I'm a little uncomfortable and it's a little hot out here. Let me just have a drinky poo. But I did bring my fan. Remember the fan from last night? So we have this. So we can Beyonce out at any moment. So I think a lot of uwu girls do like anime only tie-dye, but I don't think it comes from that. I think one thing kind of meets another. Hi Seattle, good to see you. Bakery Queen says I'm so sticky right now as well, and I'm over this weather. Yeah, I'm sticky, but I'm kind of not over it. I'm trying to enjoy it, and I do enjoy it. I said this a couple times yesterday, being from Cleveland. We only get 3 months of this, and the rest of the year it's hell and snowy and cold. So I'm going to try to love it, and I'm going to try to be present and sit in it and enjoy it. Who's house? I love your hairstyle. It makes you look cute. Thank you. Well, it's just a mess, and it just keeps it off my neck, and that's my entire point of life, is just to keep it off my neck and my back. Master Shredder, cute name for your channel. I'm in Akron. Hi, Akron. Good to see you, neighbor. What's going on in Akron? Are you guys getting rowdy over there? Because I hear you get rowdy in Akron. Ricardo Sanchez says, so what's your channel about? So I'm Jennifer. Nice to meet you, Ricardo Sanchez. My channel is about me. My content is my life. I don't go out and try to find things to film. I don't perform for you. I don't make up skits or something. I simply push live and talk to you about what's going on in my day yesterday, today, what I have planned tomorrow. Chat might ask me answers and bring up questions about my childhood, about my past, what I have planned for my future. So this is my daily diary. I'm documenting my life on live stream. Instead of writing a book, instead of journaling, I chose this medium, film, live streaming, YouTubing, to put down my memories as an experiment and create memories to create memories and keep my memories here, kind of like a living photo album. It's for me in the future to look back on, to remember, my beautiful life. It's for others to remember me when I'm gone, because I decided not to have children and I don't have family other than my husband. So if I died tomorrow and I didn't have this, who's going to know all my weird stories? Who's going to know that I was funny besides Skip? Who's going to know all that weird shit that I just told you about uwu? You guys would have gone thinking that Shelby created uwu. You wouldn't even know about other uwu girls, So this is for me, narcissistically, as my diary, as an experiment, to be putting all of my thoughts down, so that one day I can open this up and be like, oh my God, I remember that Wednesday morning, and there's that cute little dress, and I remember when I used to wear my hair like that. Oh my God, and isn't it old McTie-Dye so cool? I remember her. She used to come in and talk to me. 100% woo. Thank you, Baker. So that's what this is. That's what this channel is. I've never seen another live streamer do this. Live streamers are doing that for different reasons. Either trying to become popular, they're trying to get numbers, they're trying to get monetized, whatever their point is. My point is I'm simply trying to get down my life story in this public documentation. So that's what I'm doing here. So this isn't for everybody. A lot of people are going to, I'm also a 56-year-old housewife. A lot of people are going to tune in and be like, what the fuck is this? How boring are you, lady? And they're going to turn the channel. A lot of people are like, wow, this is very interesting, because I like reality TV and I like following someone's life. That's what I do, you guys. That's what I watch. I watch reality TV. I follow other people's lives. I watch streamers. I can't wait to see what they're doing next. I'm a little bit of a voyeur. I like voyeurism. So I don't mind you guys watching. I also like watching other people live their lives. I feel it helps me learn how to live my life correctly. I came from abuse. Both my parents didn't love me and didn't teach me right. And I was dumped on my grandparents' doorstep for years. They were drunk, they didn't really love me, and they didn't teach me right. So I learned as I was getting older, as I watched reality TV, I can learn how other people live. I can learn how they cook. I can learn how they react to people. I can learn their manners. I can learn how they act around other people, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's ugly, whether it's lovely, whether it's right or whether it's wrong. So I do watch reality TV for that reason. I like to watch other people's lives. Um, I've also discovered I like to live my life while other people watch me. I'm very comfortable doing that. I don't know why. I remember when I was a little girl and I heard about websites about people living their lives, not anything weird or sexual, just websites when the internet first came out, and it was filming people. And they didn't sit here and talk to the camera like I'm talking to you. They were just living their lives and people watched that. And I thought that is so interesting. I'd be interested in doing something like that later in my life. And so here I am doing something like that. So that's why I do this. I don't expect you guys to understand it. I don't care if you agree with it. I don't care if you like it or don't like it. It's what I'm doing, and it's for me. Okay, so Old McTie-Dye comes in with a perfect example, okay? Old McTie-Dye says, Martha Stewart became my life coach at 20 years old, and she taught me how to be a housewife. Yes, so that's exactly what I'm talking about. And I don't pretend to say that I can teach you guys anything or you guys could learn anything from me. I'm just babbling, but maybe you do. And that would be crazy. That would be, you know, lovely for me if you learn something from my mistakes from my life, but I'm certainly not here giving advice or teaching. I'm simply talking to the future me, honestly. And meanwhile, I'm talking to you guys too. So, you know, I'm not pretending to be anything that I'm not. Not trying to be anything that I'm not. I'm just simply trying to get it down on film. Bakery Queen, I don't know why people need to say mean things. Just move on if you don't like it. Well, those are called trolls. And if I was not a successful live streamer, they wouldn't be here. So that says something to me. 4 years ago when I just started streaming and I had no people watching me, I didn't have any trolls. I also had 3 people coming in my chat. So with the good, you get the bad. With the sweet, you get the sour. So that's part of it. This is a well-oiled machine live streaming, and you're not going to be doing well unless you have some of the bad in there. And that bad is the trolls. What do the trolls do? Look, I'm monetized, so they pay me. Period. Point blank, in a business sense. What do they do for me otherwise? Nothing. They annoy me. I feel sad for them that they have to come in and be so nasty and mean. It would be one thing if I was like here being a horrible person, but no, I'm just a nice girl talking. They want to come in and call me old and ugly and this and that. So, you know, we just let that go. If you need to be mean on this planet in that way, you're going to get your karma back, right? You're probably going to go to the grocery store tomorrow and you're going to get shortchanged $60, or your car is going to get hit from the back, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just go in a chat room and be mean to people and then just walk out through your daily life and live your life that way, trolls. That's not how life works. Karma exists. So if you're a bad person in chat, you're probably a bad person in life. So we avoid you in chat. I also realize this. I'm in a public YouTube chat room. So any asshole can come in here, and they do. And they do. So I just kind of need to look past them as a business stance. If I was a business owner and I owned a pizza shop, okay, 50% of the people who came in there would be lovely customers. They'd be buying pizza and saying hello, have a nice day, and getting their money out. The other 50% that might come in there might be assholes. They might be drunk. They might be on crack. They might say, give me my food. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing in chat, you guys. You got your crackheads in here. So just look past them, you guys. When I first became popular on YouTube, I had a lot of mods. And I was also streaming with Daisy the Venice Healer at the time. And the way Daisy ran her chat was she got rid of everybody who said something nasty about her. Now, mind you, people said a lot of things about nasty to her because she was living a nasty lifestyle. Also, she had fake boobs, fake lips, fake eye makeup, fake cheeks, fake butt. And she was living homeless on the streets, and she had left her children to do so. So people had a lot of mean things to say about her. What was her answer? She deleted every mean thing in the chat. Every word. She would just delete them. And for a while, I learned from her, and I did that. And then I got monetized, and I realized that's not really smart business-wise, because those comments get me money. Those comments are engagement. Those comments aren't hurting me in real life, and those people can say what they want. They can have they want to think I'm old and ugly. They can think that, right? So I don't know. I don't really understand the trolls either, guys, but it's part of it. I try to include it as much as possible without letting it hurt me mentally, which it does. So I have to kind of push that away to care for myself mentally. In the real world, I wouldn't let somebody walk up to me and say you're old and ugly, right? That wouldn't be okay. But I understand that the people doing that on the internet wouldn't do that to me in real life either, because they know that in real life they couldn't even talk to me. They wouldn't have the balls to even talk to a successful, beautiful woman like me. So this is how they come for it. My trolls, the same way. My main trolls. And I think you guys know that. You can all see that. Hi, you're all sick. Welcome to chat. Daily Find Reveal. Why don't you open a TikTok live? Well, sweetie, I'm a very successful monetized TikTok live streamer as well. I've had a TikTok for about 4 years. The entire timeline is there, unlike this channel, because another YouTuber took down my channel last June and I lost all that content. All my content is on my TikTok channel. I'm monetized and I'm a paid streamer over there. I'm over on my TikTok channel about twice a week streaming. Getting gifts the same as over here. My channel over there is called Real Housewife of Cleveland. It just doesn't have the in front of it. So if you guys are just meeting me now and you're looking at my timeline here and you're wondering, wow, it only goes back to June, but she's had her channel since 2007. Yeah, because a meth head YouTuber took down my channel last June and I lost all my content and I had to start over again. That did not happen on my TikTok. So my TikTok has 4 years worth of my timeline of my live streaming. It has Daisy the Venice Healer on it. It has Melissa Dope Girl, the girl who took down my channel, on it. It has Father God from Love Has Won, the HBO documentary, on it. It has Muggsy, the 25-year-old Chihuahua, before he died. His whole little existence on my stream. So, honey, I am a very successful YouTuber and TikToker. I'm a paid live streamer on both platforms. So if you are on TikTok, you guys, please go over there and check out my TikTok. I will be doing a live stream on TikTok today. I'm not sure if it'll be this morning. It'll probably be later afternoon, but I will be on TikTok today if you guys are interested. 32 in chat, 44 likes. Thank you so much. If you guys could get those likes up to 50 for me, I'd be even happier. Let's get those likes up to 50. Let's go up there and manually hit that thumbs up button. We can fuck this algorithm back, just like it's fucking me right now. And let's double tap the screen to like my stream. Double tap the screen to like my stream, you guys. Banana Man, we're not doing any backflips in this sundress. Collective Golf Club, hello, how are you? Bakery Queen, how are you? Primal Screams, ah! Hello, welcome to my chat. It's good to see you, Primal. Collective Golf Club, people pay you for this? Yes, I make very good money. This is my job. Like, I don't actually have a real job because I'm a housewife, but YouTube was so happy with the amount of content I was putting out. I didn't ask to become paid here. They offered me a YouTube partnership, so I took it. So everything I make here, they give me half of in donations or super chats, and they pay me for every comment, every view, every live stream, every video, every short. Everything I do, and the better I do it here on YouTube, the more money I make. Yes, so I'm very successful at it, and the more I stream, and the more I do this, and the longer I do it, the more money I do make, and I do get paid by YouTube on the 21st of every month. So yes, Not only does YouTube pay me for it, but plenty of my watchers donate to my channel. Why would they do that? Because they like what I do, they like me, and they like watching, and they donate. And that's a lovely thing to do, to donate to my business. When you go out to get food, you tip the waitress. I've never asked for a donation, and I've never asked for a tip. I'm actually that girl that said my content would always be free, and it is. But if you want to donate to me, I'm not an idiot, you guys. I'm going to take it because I'm a housewife, and that is extra money in my pocket that I can then turn around and use to put back into my channel by buying a tripod, by buying microphones, by buying stuff like that. That way I don't have to ask my husband for that kind of stuff. That's way, this is my little thing, and you guys are helping me. So I appreciate that. Also, a lot of people donate to my dogs and my cats because I have special needs animals. When Muggsy was alive, I got more donations from my Amazon wish list that you can imagine for Muggsy. He was getting potty pads, he was getting biscuits, he was getting beds, he was getting blankets. So yes, I do have an Amazon wish list as well that's right here in the description of my channel. People send me donations that way. People send me super chats. I have a Cash App. People send me Cash Apps. That's a lovely thing, and I appreciate that, and thank you. So yes, people pay me for this. Why shouldn't they? Why people? I put more time into this than some people put into their relationship or their jobs. So again, I never ask for it, and I never expect it. But when it does happen, boy, do I appreciate it. Yes, I have a special needs cat. I have rescue cats and rescue dogs and special needs dogs. But yes, I do have one special needs cat who is bipolar and mentally ill. And the vet wanted me to put him down because he's crazy and he tried to kill my other animals, and he's actually hospitalized me and my husband a few times. So yeah, I have a special needs cat, and he needs to stay quarantined upstairs behind a door. So I live in a huge Victorian home, 3 bedrooms upstairs. The upstairs is 3 huge bedrooms, a huge hallway, an attic, and a bathroom. So at the top of the stairs there, I installed a door, a screen door, so that cat stays up there now. We tried every medication in the world, including human medication like Prozac, like Xanax. Nothing worked for that cat. He still was so mentally insane that he wanted to just annihilate and kill my other animals. So the vet said, well, you're going to have to put him down, or you're going to have to, you know, keep him away from the other animals. So yeah, my special needs cat, I did not put him down. His name is Tom Thumb. He's now 7 years old, and he lives upstairs, only upstairs. He can't come downstairs to the rest of my house because he has special needs. Well, let me get that straight. I've never asked for a donation in my life. I've never asked for a donation in my life. That's not what this channel is about. I don't do this for donations, and I've never asked for donations. But donations come. So you can be confused as you want, Ahmed. But nobody should be mad that I'm asking for donations because I've never asked for a donation. When you become a YouTube partner, you're able to get donations. Why? Because YouTube wants your money. Every donation I get, YouTube takes half that money. So that's how that goes, you guys. I have a Cash App up here. If you do Cash App me, I get all that money, and YouTube doesn't. So if you guys were smart and really wanted to donate to me, you would just send me a Cash App. Yes, Collective Golf Club, you can donate to me. Right here where you're chatting with me, next to that bar, there's a little money sign. You push that, it will give you a super chat. That way you can donate any amount of money you want to me. However, here's the thing with the super chats. I just told you I'm a YouTube partner. YouTube takes half that money, and I don't get that half till the 21st of the month. That's the business, okay? That's the YouTube business. That's how they make money off of you. That's how they make money off of me. If you actually just wanted to donate to me, you would send money to my Cash App, which is pinned below. That goes straight into my bank right now, and I don't split it with anybody. So if you guys want to donate to me, those are 2 ways you can do it. There's a third way I described to you, which is my Amazon wish list, which doesn't include money at all. Those are things I've picked out for me, my home, my special needs animals. You could send something to my house, and no money is involved on my end. Collective Golf Club, am I asking for a Cash App, honey? No, you asked if you wanted. Let me read your comment. Collective, you said, can I donate if you want? You asked me. And then I told you how you could donate. And then you said, are you asking for a Cash App? No. No. I just told you 2 ways you could donate. And if you want to donate to me like you just said you did, I'm letting you know you could have me split it with YouTube, or you could send it all to me. What do you think's the smartest way to do it, buddy? And those of you talking about being mad at me, go ahead, be mad at me, jealous weirdos, because I'm getting tipped for a job I'm doing. Okay, get mad at me, get mad at me. Nobody's asking for money here, and I think you all sound a little bit jealous because I might be receiving some for doing nothing, for sitting here just being entertaining and being myself. So if you have a problem with that, I think the problem is within yourself, and you might want to go out and find a way that you can make money, because you sound jealous and you sound stupid. Okay, going on. Hi, Sam. Good to see you. Billy Bob Bo says, do you trust in Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? No, I do not, sir. No, I do not. I do believe Jesus Christ was here on earth, but I think he was probably an alien or something like that. And he definitely was not my Lord and Savior. If he's yours, that's your choice, and you can do that. I'm a starseed. I believe in many gods, many goddesses, many universes, many realms. So no, I don't believe that one person who was on this earth for a little while who did some weird shit is the God of us all. No, I do not. But if you want to believe that, you go wild. You can believe whatever you want. Bakery Queen says, I'm a Sam too. Oh, we got a couple Sams in chat. Well, Sam, who just arrived in chat, hello. How are you this morning, sweetie? And Bakery Queen is a Sam too. Are a girl's back? Yeah, I'm gonna say this one. Bakery Queen says some things are hard for people to understand. So you guys, I could sit here all day and explain business to you, live streaming, how money works, how tips work, but I can't make you understand it, weirdos, okay? I can sit here and tell you all day that I can receive donations, but I'm not asking for them. But I certainly like them and they're helpful, weirdos. So think of me what you want. I could care less. Do you, boo? Basil, welcome to chat. I'm just seeing you. I can see your comments, but I see that I haven't read them. How is your cat diagnosed bipolar? From my vet. From the vet I go to of 30 years. Okay? The cat loses his mind about every 15 minutes, and he'll go from being Jekyll and Hyde. He'll go from wanting to kiss me, just being real sweet and kissing me on the cheek, to literally his pupils will dilate, nothing will happen. He'll put his head back like a snake and bite me and attack me. This happens to him about every 25 minutes. Okay? It's something wrong in his mind. It's a mental illness that's like a form of DID or bipolar. He turns Jekyll and Hyde. He switches personalities. And he doesn't go to just being a little crazy. He goes from being very sweet to extremely violent. And I'm not just saying extremely violent like he wants to bite you, like doesn't even want to kill you. He wants to annihilate you. He's hospitalized me and my husband numerous times. How? He'll attack us and bite us like a pit bull, and he won't let go. He will latch, and you cannot get him off you for anything. He's done that to a few of my other cats that almost killed them. My husband has had to be hospitalized, not be like admitted to the hospital, but both of us have had to go to the hospital, get, our bites taken care of, infection wounds taken care of. My husband swelled up a couple times from bites where the point he had to take time off work more than once. So our cat is a killer, and he is mentally ill, and he was diagnosed by the second best vet in Ohio. That's who we go to. Our vet has been practicing for 40 years, and I've been seeing him for 30 years. Billy Bob, who created us? What gods do you believe in? I'm very interested to hear. I don't believe in any gods, sweetie. I know that there are things that created us, but I also am smart enough to know that we aren't supposed to know that while we're here on Earth. We can guess, we can read the Bible, we can read the Quran, we can read the Torah, we can follow anything you want, but you're not going to know what's actually going on until we die, okay? So this is all just a little bit of a game for us to see how good we're doing here. So what gods do I believe in? I don't know any gods. I don't know. I do know that there are gods, right? There's someone that made all this. There's some reason this happened. But I also believe there are other portals. There are other dimensions. There are other timelines going on right now. So it's not like I'm looking for Buddha or Ganesh or Jesus Christ. I'm not looking, those were just people who came down to this earth and were special and helped teach us something about what we're supposed to learn. Those weren't gods, sweetie. So the gods I don't expect to ever know. So I am called a starseed. I believe in a little bit of every religion. I'll take a tool belt and put it on, and from every one of yours religion and everything I can read and everything I can look at, I'll take a little piece of that from the Hindus, from the Buddhists, from the Christians, and I'll put that good piece in my tool belt, and I'll try to live like that. But in no way do I think Buddha was God. No way do I think Jesus Christ was God. I think those were men that were put here by the gods to show us some good shit. And I don't think we listened. I think we exploited them and exploited their story and wrote it down wrong. If you want to know what's really going on with Jesus Christ in the Bible, tune in to Dr. Aman. He has a YouTube page called Lady Babylon. He is the Harvard professor who is retranslating the Bible. Now, as a starseed, I'm very interested in that. I'm interested in Jesus Christ and what went on back then, but not because he was a god, but because he was put here by gods to tell us a message, and we missed that message. And boy, did the Bible fuck that shit up. I know, because I was brought up Lutheran, and I had to memorize that Bible backwards and forwards. And you know what? It's garbage. Absolute garbage. So you want to pick up the book of Enoch. That's there's Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Well, there was the book of Enoch, too. They took that out, and they hid that shit in the Vatican, because it talks about what really is going on with the aliens, with the other timelines, with the portals. So I'm much more interested in that kind of stuff. I'm much more interested in Dr. Aman retranslating Genesis and Revelations and seeing what the real story was there. So maybe I know what's going on as a starseed on this planet. I'm very curious, and I'm very spiritual. I'm more spiritual than most of the Christians going to church on Sunday. That's why I always have my Sunday church here. So all of the religions, all of you weirdos that don't know what's going on, we can all come together and vibe and maybe talk about it. I like to talk about the Nephilim and the Anunnakis. I do believe I'm a starseed, and I came from the 200 fallen angels that were fallen from earth, came down, bred with human beings. That created the Nephilim. It created a lot of starseeds. There's a lot going on there that actually was in the Bible that's real too. So I'm interested in that aspect of life, you guys. The next thing I'm going to be reading is the Book of Enoch. I've never actually read it, but I've watched podcast after podcast after podcast after podcast. I do know in Kazakhstan right now, they've changed the entire place of Kazakhstan in the world for the 200 fallen angels. Their city is all symbolic. Their city is crazy. If you think that Kazakhstan is Borat kissing his sister in like third world slums, no. Take a look at Kazakhstan right now. They've redone that city, and it looks like something out of the Jetsons. And they've made it for starseeds. They've made it for fallen angels. They've made it for the future of what might be happening and what I might be talking about. So I'm not here trying to talk you guys into that. I'm learning it too. So go Google that shit if it interests you, because that's what interests me. I do want to know why I'm here. I am spiritual. I want to know what created all this. But I'm not going to be so shallow to think it was Jesus Christ. I would like to look at Jesus Christ's teachings and see what he was actually trying to tell us. But I'm sorry, Jesus Christ, it was proven by Dr. Aman, who's translating the Bible. He was a drug addict, okay? And he was hanging out with young kids, okay? Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, they were young boys, okay, hanging out with Jesus. They were all doing drugs. Christing is a word that means putting drugs in your eyes. And I know this because I've been researching it for about a good year. Y'all can research it yourself. Jesus Christ was a drug addict who was doing hallucinogens. There was a certain type of snail that they used to cook back in that day, and that would get them very high. The burning bush also was DMT. When they burnt that bush, DMT smoke came out of it, and they were all high as a motherfucker. So when you talk about religion, sometimes psychedelics are involved. Sometimes when you talk about psychedelics, religion is involved. So I'm very interested in that real aspect of life, and I do study it, and to ad nauseum, I study that. I like snails. So there's a lot of references in the Bible of Christing, Jesus Christ, Christing. Christing, the word means to do drugs in your eyes. So what they were doing was taking these purple snails and mashing them in their eyes and eating them, and that's how they get high. If you watch Dr. Amon's channel, he'll show a lot of AI art he makes with Jesus Christ with purple coming out of his mouth and purple coming out of his eyes, because he was high on these drugs all the time. Just how I'm smoking weed all the time. People back in that day were doing the snails all the time. It was normal. It was natural. Um, and they were trying to find religion through it. Just like people these days are trying to find religion through doing a lot of acid or a lot of mushrooms or a lot of DMT. It was no different back in those days, you guys, and they were doing drugs back then too. So it's very interesting to me to hear about that and to research it and learn about it. Well, you can learn about this yourself. I advise you all to check this out because I swear by this. If you want to learn anything about why we're here, you listen to Dr. Amon, because he's the only person on the planet who understands the ancient Greek that the Bible was written in. They translated it in regular Greek. Regular Greek and ancient Greek are two different languages. So when they translated that Bible in Greek, they got it all wrong. So Dr. Amon, this Harvard professor, has gone back in with ancient Greek, which is a totally different language, gone into the ancient texts, and is retranslating the Bible. And he's telling you all about it. How did I learn about it? On Danny Jones' podcast. This is where you should all start. If you're interested in this, please, if you're Christian, Basil, you were brought up by extremely Christian people. Wouldn't you die if they got it wrong and you were brought up like that? Isn't it the most important to know actually the truth? So that's what I'm searching for, is the truth. And the closest I've come is this Dr. Amon. So I'm going to tell you guys where to go to hear this first. Go to Danny Jones. He is a podcaster here on YouTuber. Danny Jones did a podcast with Dr. Amon. Ammon. Ammon is Dr. Amon's name. He's brilliant, but he's eccentric. And he's crazy, but he's smart as fuck. You probably have to be all the things to translate the Bible. So he's doing that. Having Danny Jones as a podcaster ask Dr. Amon these questions and rein Dr. Amon in and have him focus on specific questions is where you need to start. And then after you hear that, so you want to research Danny Jones' podcast here on YouTube, which is free, /Dr. Amon. Danny Jones has a lot of podcasts. You want the one with Dr. Amon. There may be two. You start it first and then go to the second. Then you want to go to Dr. Amon's YouTube channel here. It's called Lady Babylon. Don't just go there because you'll be terrified, because he's eccentric and he's wild, and he'll be talking, and he live streams, and he'll be talking about shit you don't understand. He will come on his live stream. He'll show you a text from the ancient Bible, okay? He's bald, his head's all tattooed, and he's very eccentric. He will talk to you about that text. He will tell you what it says in the Bible, and then he'll tell you what it really says that he's translated. And there's a couple other professors that can back him up. He's a wild man, and what he's going to tell you is wild, and he comes in with AI pictures about it and stories. They've found out that Jesus and Mary Magdalene were trafficking children. Okay, all those stories about Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, they were children. They were kids. They were being moved around the cities by Mary and Jesus. They were used for other things. They were doing drugs with Mary and Jesus. There's plenty of references in the Bible that prove that. This stuff is just side story that I can tell you guys. The interesting part to me is the part Genesis, Revelations, that Dr. Amon is translating. I want to know the beginning. I want to know the real end. I don't want to know all that bullshit story. So if you guys are interested, please check out Dr. Amon at Lady Babylon and on the Danny Jones podcast. It is life-changing to me. It is something that when I have my free time, you may think I'm watching the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, all the time. But no, I'm watching podcasts where I can learn about why I'm here first. And then when I get tired of that, and my mind's a little like, holy shit, then I might watch the Housewives and stuff like that. But I'm really trying to fill my mind right now with spiritual vibrations that are answering big questions for me. Why am I here? What is the real reason? And some people have a lot better answers than what Miss Wynn was telling me in religion class in fourth grade with my fucking Bible that half was written in red and half was written in black. And I knew as I was memorizing it, this is garbage. This is garbage. This isn't real. So if you want to learn the real stuff, take my advice and you'll thank me for it later. If you're very religious, you owe it to yourself. If you love the Bible and you love Jesus, then go learn about him for real. Okay? That's what I have to say to you people. You want to know what I smell like? I smell like cotton candy and bubble gum because that's the perfumes and oils I wear. And then I wear Pantene shampoo. So that's what I smell like. Okay, so Ad PT01 is coming in with some information that I don't know. He says you guys go to Myth Vision video on Dr. Aman instead. So I'm going to do that because I've not seen that one. Thank you for that. AD, I'm just going to call you AD. AD, I didn't know what Vision video is. Myth Vision video, guys. We need to check that out. There's something called Myth Vision video starring Dr. Aman, and that's maybe another podcast we can go check out. I have not heard of that one. Thank you, AD. So I'm going to check that one out today. Dr. Aman is amazing, and he will open your eyes up to what's really going on in the world and why you might be really here. And isn't that what you really want to know? You can go to church every Sunday. You can sing hymns out loud and read those same Bible passages. But if you're not understanding what they meant for you to understand, then you're not doing right by yourself, are you? Mr. E.B. Toy says Genesis with Phil Collins. Billy Bob Bow says, I am not judging anybody. I will be judging myself. I am a sinner as well, though saved by the blood of Christ. Well, I don't know how the blood of a man who died a million years ago is going to save you, buddy. That's a weird thing to say. It's about as weird as me saying aliens are going to come save us. Okay? It's a weird comment. You Christians say weird shit like that, and it doesn't make any sense. You are a sinner. Okay, got that. But you are saved by the blood of Christ? How? How does that even work? And what are you talking about, weirdo? You need to check yourself and your religion. Because you are just talking smack that someone repeated to you at one point. And that's not helping you or your spirituality, sweetie. No one's blood saved you. And the fact that that man died on a cross all those years ago and you put that up on a pedestal and think it has something to do with you is strange. It's strange. And it's violent. It's kind of ugly. Look, Sam is a chatter, okay? And she's one of my girls. And she's a very positive person in this chat. If I had mods, Sam would be a mod. I don't have mods. But if Sam wants to tell you to shut up, A, there's probably a good reason for that. B, she's probably protecting my chat by doing that, and you probably deserve it. And C, if she was a mod, she'd be allowed to take your ass out. So you should probably shut up and listen to Sam. Am I a Democrat? No, I'm MAGA. I am MAGA Ginger Barbie bitch. I am MAGA. I am pro-Trump. I am pro-ICE. I am pro-America. I don't like Democrats, and I don't like the way they think. Ha! Rosa Parks has the most amazing comment. She says, every relationship is 3 blowjobs a week away from being healthy. Oh my God, Rosa Parks, you're the best thing that's going on in chat right now. Let me repeat that. Rosa Parks says, every relationship is 3 blowjobs a week away from being healthy. Give blowjobs, women. Give blowjobs to your men. Men, don't ask for blowjobs, and you'll get blowjobs from your women. Women, get on your knees and start giving blowjobs. It's a good, healthy thing to do in your relationship. Okay. Collective says, are you bipolar? No, I'm not. I don't have any mental diseases like that. I do have mental issues. I have anxiety disorder and panic attacks, for which I was put on benzos for 20 years. Those benzos stopped working and fucked me up, so I had to be taken off them quickly. I got a neurological injury from getting off benzos quickly after 20 years. What did I get? I got a little bit of OCD from that, okay? So that's about as much as I have going on, and I have protracted withdrawal, which means I now withdraw from that medicine every day, all the time. So no, I don't have schizophrenia, I don't have bipolar, I don't have any of those mental illnesses. And the OCD that I did get as a neurological injury recently from getting off those pills, it's not like the kind where you're washing your hands or you're counting. It's just like obsessive thoughts in my head. They go over and over. That's what that is. So no, I don't have any major bipolars or anything like that. But I do have some mental issues. James Proctor says you are cursed. That's not a very nice thing to say, is it, James Proctor? I'm definitely not cursed. Why would you say something like that? LGBTQ? No. No, I'm straight. Straight. Married 18 years. Strictly dickly. No, I don't really support that, you know. Carhartt Beanie is in chat. I mean, if you're gay, be gay. If you're black, be black. But if you're going to hang like a rainbow flag or a Black Lives Matter flag, I don't support that. You should be hanging an American flag. I don't care about the rest of that stuff. I know it's Pride Month, and I don't celebrate that. Why would I? I'm straight. If you're gay, okay, I don't care. I'm heterosexual. I don't have a month to celebrate and tell you all, look, I get the dick. I get the dick in my vagina. I don't. And if I did, that would be obnoxious. So I find pride and people who celebrate pride obnoxious. Okay? If you want to be gay. But be classy and sit there and don't be obnoxious and throw it in my face. Because I am straight and I don't throw it in your face. And I don't expect extra attention or extra things for that. So I'm not your ally. I'm not, going to pride events or celebrate. I'm straight. Okay? I don't do that shit. So if you're gay, fine. But I don't care. And I don't want to hear about it, just like you don't want to hear about me having sex with my husband. I think it's weird. I think it's weird behavior. So, if you come in here and ask me about LGBTQ, why? It has nothing to do with me. What? For what? For what reason are you talking to me about that? I'm a married woman. Because it's Pride Month, what does that have to fucking do with me? I don't celebrate it. And the fact that a lot of you straight people do, it's weird. And you're enabling a lot of bad behavior sometimes, I think. I don't know. What if I was going out and fucking a bunch of men? Let's just say that. Let's say I went out this week and fucked a bunch of men because I was heterosexual. And then I wanted a holiday for that. And I wanted a special flag for that. Would you guys fly that flag on your front porch for me? Because that's what that community is asking of us straight people, and I think it's ridiculous. You people are nuts. Get it together. Yeah, we got a fish, dude. I agree with you. Most people are too dumb to understand the conversation. Look, you've come into the Real Housewife of Cleveland. What I say usually isn't popular, but it's real, and it's real to me. If you don't vibe with that, then change the channel. But I'm not going to change my thoughts to be politically correct for you weirdos that want to hang a rainbow flag on your front porch that are straight. Get the fuck out of here. You're just as bad as those weirdos holding a sign on No King's Day or throwing dildos at ICE who are helping your country. So I'm a little bit different. I'm going to call people out when they are acting bad. And I'm going to try to act right. Hi, Teehee Kelly. Good to see you in chat, sweetie. Blurp is here saying 100% ooh woo. And so those of you that are triggered by my ooh woo, Is LeBron coming back to Cleveland? I have no idea. I hope not. I could care less. Look, the dude eats babies and wears dresses at Diddy parties, okay? Like, because he can dribble a ball, I care. I don't care. Other people can dribble balls too. Let's hire some new young stud from a college instead of old LeBron. I'm not about it. My husband would say something different. My husband would say, let's have LeBron because he'll win us another ring. I don't think he will. I don't think he's capable. I don't think he's that good of a basketball player anymore. He has deserted Cleveland numerous times and left us hanging. Did he win us a ring? Yeah, great. But then he left us to win other people rings. Where's your loyalty, fucktard? Well, it's, with his little feather duster and his maid's outfit with his oiled wiener at a Diddy party. That's where it is. So no, I'm not interested in LeBron James. He's from Akron. I'm from Cleveland. I think he's a piece of shit. Him coming on playing basketball with his Illuminati sign every day. Get the fuck out of here, dude. No, I don't think nobody should pay LeBron James. I think he should retire, worry about his hairline, and let's hire someone new. Can we not hire any more Kardashians on the Cavs, please? I don't need James Harden Kardashian. I don't need that other Kardashian dude that fucks Khloe. Those people aren't doing us any good either. How about you hire someone new, young, right out of Ohio State that can dribble and that can shoot a ball? I'm about that. LeBron? No. Fuck him. He can stay wherever he is, but I don't really want him back in Cleveland, and I'm probably the minority saying that. Hi, River Rat. Good to see you, sweetie. I'm making Basil laugh this morning. I'm glad, Basil. Sometimes I can be on one, right, sweetie? I think I'm on one this morning, Basil. And I haven't even really smoked too much, and my eyes are crying. I'm crying. You guys made me cry. So it's so hot out here, and my allergies are killing me. My allergies are working me. The heat is working my asthma, so my asthma's intact. That's why I'm not really smoking that much. I don't care about the alien files. Release the Trumpstein files now, Sedona Water says. Well, they're never going to release the Epstein files, sweetie. It's never going to happen because the people in power and in charge of releasing them are the ones in them. So you're never going to see those files. You're never going to see the actual alien files either. Why? Because they're working on a project right now. This whole movie, them whole releasing all this fake weird alien shit to you. There's something behind this, okay? They do this to get your attention. Are there aliens up there? Yeah, there are. There always have been. Are there aliens here on our planet? Yeah, there always have been. We're not the only living creatures on this planet. We're not the only living creatures in this universe. And you guys need to be aware of that and be smart about that. There are other living creatures on this planet that you don't see, and that's going to be some of it too. Those aliens that live under the ocean or in those mountains, they don't want to be seen, so you're not going to see them. Does the government know about them? Probably. Is the government going to tell you about them? No, they're not going to tell you the truth because they're going to tell you some bullshit story so that you don't know what's really going on over in Israel or whatever war they're deciding to have, and you pay attention to their fake alien story. They're never going to tell you the truth because the truth is that the aliens are probably in charge of our government, okay? And our government is probably giving them things so we can be here. The aliens were probably here before we were, you guys. The aliens probably have a lot more power than we do. And don't you think it would be smart for the government to just be like, yeah, we'll work with you and we'll shush. But, if they're flying around and all of us have cameras and we see them now, the government's going to have to come up with some weird story. And that's what it's going to be. So don't believe it. You're only going to get a portion of what they tell you. And from what I know, from a lot of people who do remote view, a lot of people who are psychic, a lot of people who can view other astral realms, they do know that the aliens are here, they're peaceful. They don't want anything to do with us. They want to be left alone. But the government is going to come out pretty soon. That's why they have this movie. That's why I have all this stuff coming. They're going to come out pretty soon and say that there is an alien invasion happening. Not in a bad way, but like, oh, there's aliens here and we just discovered it. And now you can know. No, they've already known about it. And they're going to come out with this dumb story. And most of you are going to believe that. So, just look around. Look at the people around you. Someone acting weird. Maybe they're an alien, look up in the sky. Do you think that's an alien? It probably is. Do you think the government's going to tell you the truth about that? No, because they can't. Do you think the government's going to tell you the truth about the Epstein files? No, because they can't, because they're eating babies and they're making a ballroom with a Stargate inside of it, inside the White House. So you guys are never going to know what's going on. You need to listen around the edges and take what you can, you know, and make your own mind up about that kind of stuff. But if you think that, look, I'm MAGA and I love Trump, but do I think he's creating a portal, a Stargate inside the ballroom of the White House? Yeah, I think he might be. You'd be an idiot not to be. So I think a lot of weird shit is going on right now, and I think the weirder the shit, the more possible that it's real. And I think the more calm shit that you guys believe, like Trump might come out and tell you something about the aliens, that's probably fake, okay? You're getting the whole story there. Captain Cab says aliens don't want anything to do with our fucked up society. Word. You know, and I would believe that, but do they want to live inside, you know, Mount Shasta or under our ocean? 100% ooh woo, because it's good places to hide. And they've probably been here long before us. And honestly, I do believe a lot of these aliens that we're seeing in the skies and stuff, I do believe a lot of that is just time travelers. I believe it's us in the future coming back to check on our shit and to see it. And because we can time travel in the future. Where's the portal go? Well, I think there's many different portals that go to many different places, many different dimensions, many different astral realms, many different universes, many different timelines. That's what I believe. Lucrative says Trump trying to help us get this money off crypto. Yeah, you know, crypto is not going to be good for us in the future, you guys. If you're using it right now, good for you. Use the fuck out of it, because in about 5 years, I don't think it's going to be a valid thing. It's going to go back to basics and primal stuff. Crypto is used for dealings on the dark web, dealings on the internet, you know, that kind of stuff. I don't know that you can really buy a home with crypto. Can you transfer it and get that made into money? I guess you can, but most people don't do that. So crypto is crypto, and money is money. With the way the world's going, you guys want to be real careful with your crypto asses right now. Because when the grid goes down, crypto ain't going to help you. And you better have some gold buried in your backyard or some paper money to be giving the man coming to your house with a bunch of guns, because he's going to take your house. Do you know what I'm saying? Quiet on the set. Sedona Vortex, Mount Fuji in Japan, yes. And Mount Shasta. And I believe there's vortexes all over the place. What about, you know, like Bermuda Triangle? There's something real weird going on there, you guys. What about Skinwalker Ranch? Do you guys watch that show? What the fuck's going on there? Nothing that they're telling you. Some real shit's going on in those places. So I want to know about that stuff. Him Here 5 says something very smart, and you should all listen to this comment. Money isn't even money. Paper is not worth a goddamn thing. Metals are the real money. Listen to him. If you guys have gold in your jewelry box, put them in a jar. Go bury them in your yard. I shit you not. Don't even trade that shit in for money these days. You want to save that stuff for the future when the world goes down and we're going to be like fucking Mel Gibson trading things in our little back sack, okay? Okay, so Doe Cran says, yes, you can buy almost anything with crypto. You can now, but you won't be able to in the future. So be very aware of that. And if the grid goes down today and all your money is in there in crypto and you can't get on your phone or you can't get online, what will you do? What will you do? The Greys are just humans that have evolved to live in space. Yes. So I fully believe that. The Grey aliens are us in the future. That's why we see them, because they can time travel. That's why we see them around a lot of the nuclear sites, okay? Because we're assholes with our nukes. And probably we're going to do some bad things with nukes. And maybe those grays are coming back around our nukes to check things out, to maybe stop things. Have you noticed a lot of the spaceships and the gray aliens are around the nukes? Yeah, there's something to that. So in my mind and a lot of other people's minds who do have podcasts about this, they believe the gray aliens are us in the future. We do, they say we learn how to time travel in the year 2037. And so those people are time traveling back to try to help us to not make the mistake or the mistakes we made that we're about to make. Because it looks like we're about to make some mistakes, doesn't it? Doesn't it, Russia? Doesn't it, Iran? Looks like we're about to make some mistakes. That's why I support Trump fucking getting rid of all these people. Demolish them. Level them, Trump. Get rid of them. Because if not, they're going to do it to us. Disclosure Day is just a movie, and it's just setting us up to hear a bunch of bullshit that they're going to tell us. Yeah, Basil's saying to him and her, well said. I agree, Basil. Larry Brown, you're a savage. What a weird thing to say when we're having a mystical, spiritual conversation. For you to come in here and call me a savage, and you call yourself a Christian? Is that what your Bible teaches you? Is it when people are having a conversation, you come in and you call that woman a savage? You're a fucking asshole, aren't you? Shows how well you can have an adult conversation. Larry Brown, an idiot. He says, okay, I'm going to read his comment because he's a fucking idiot. Larry Brown, 8321 says, that's because you have no God, consciousness, and you believe you're going to be a savage. Nothing I've said here today says that I have no consciousness, no God, or no God consciousness. I just told you I'm looking for God everywhere, under every rock and in every religion. I definitely have a consciousness because I'm sitting here talking about it. And then you say you're going to believe that you're a savage. On what level do you get the right to call me a savage, dickhead? And you call yourself a Christian? Is that what your religion's about? You go to church on Sunday, you got to tell your church people how you talk to me today? Is that what your God tells you to do in your Bible? Call me a savage while I'm trying to find God? But no, you want to step all over my words and make me feel bad? And make me seem less than you? Really? Larry Brown, 8231. What a stupid name for your channel. You can't get rid of the 8231. You can't figure out how to press the little pencil next to your name and get 8231 out of your fucking stupid YouTube name. Larry Brown, you're shallow. You're uneducated. You're ignorant. And you're mean. Okay? So get the fuck out of my chat. You say one more word in my chat, I will delete you. I just made an example of you, fucktard. So go to church on Sunday and show them this. And tell them how you spoke to me while I'm trying to find God. And you told me I'm a savage. Get the fuck out of here. Go pick up your Bible and read it and make some more nonsense out of it. And look up to your God and tell him how you just acted. So when you go to the pearly gates, Larry, are they gonna pat you on the back for this one? Oh, that day in chat when you were talking to Jennifer and she was trying to figure it out and you called her a savage and you acted better than her. Is that the Christian way, sir? Well, maybe that's why none of us want to be Christians. Because that's what you portray. Larry Brown, I told you not to speak in my chat again, and the fact that you just did, I'm taking you out of my channel. You say you don't do church, but I'm a savage, and I'm better. You're better than me. I told you not to speak in here again because you're not worth it. Get the fuck out of my chat. You've just been taken out of my chat. So you guys, this is a free speech chat, but if you're gonna come like that, no. Okay, I'm talking things that you may not agree with. That means you can change the channel. But you're definitely not better than me no matter what you believe, and I'm definitely not a savage, okay? And under no circumstances was I talking that I don't want to find God. I think I said, actually, quite the contrary, that I'm doing nothing but looking for God everywhere, in every way. So that person's can fuck off. No, this isn't triggered, honey. This is actually just telling a person off. When I'm triggered, you'll know when I'm triggered because I get crazy. I get crazy. And I don't mind getting crazy here, and I don't mind getting triggered, but this isn't that. You'll know when I'm triggered, sweetie. This is me just getting a fucktard out of my chat. Obedience says, oh, well, no, first, J Dev is giving me a flower. I caught it. I caught your flower, J Dev. Thank you. Watcher says, sold, please. Okay, well, I have a dress on. There you go. Souls. We got a little breeze coming in. How nice is that in this heat? So I love the conversation that we've just been having, a very in-depth spiritual conversation coming from all ends, all different beliefs, all different ideas, and all us coming together with different ideas, whether we believe each other or not, whether we think it's garbage or not. All of us were really good adults except for Larry, I think. I think all of us were really good in that conversation. And I think that's how more conversations in the world should happen. We don't need a Larry coming in to those kind of conversations. What we need is more people throwing ideas out at each other. You know, those ideas aren't always right. They might be crazy ideas, but bounce them off each other and say what we might be thinking, what we might be feeling, get a couple people's ideas, and we're allowed to do that, you guys. It's called humanity. It's called talking. And Larry coming in pretending that he was God and that he knew everything and he was right and we weren't. I'm not down with that vibe. Well, Ahmad Belton, just like this is a cannabis content channel, this is also a foot fetish channel. I'm sorry to tell you that, but I cater to a lot of people's weird fetishes. I cater to a lot of people's foot fetishes. I used to be a stripper for 20 years, and I was a professional foot fetish model. So I do cater to some weird, eccentric, sexual fetishes here on my stream. Okay, why do I do that? For money? No, because it's funny, and you guys are weirdos, and I like to make content out of it. So I do have a lot of people come in, and yeah, money is a thing with that. People will come in, and they will pay me to see my feet, and they will pay me good money to see my feet on here, and I will get tipped. So there will be times where you may have to change the channel here. I muted that whole time. Well, good. I'm not even going to repeat it. I'm just talking and talking and talking, telling you a whole story. Can you believe that shit? Christopher, thank you for that gold coin. I saw it and I got it. I was in the middle of the story that you'll never hear because I was muted myself. Christopher, thank you for that gold coin, sweetie. Thank you for donating to my channel. I really appreciate you guys being here today. Give you a little spin. It's hot as fuck here. I don't know what the heat is. We have 60 in chat. We have 86 likes. Can we get those 86 likes up to 90? Can I get 4 of you to like my stream? Double tap the screen to like my stream, or go up there and manually hit that thumbs up button for me. I will do some spins. I'll give you an ooh-woo because it will trigger some of you. Every ooh-woo girl in the world has copied every other ooh-woo girl in the world. So I don't care who you are. You're allowed to say ooh-woo. Bakery Queen saying show Jen some love. Because Jen shows you guys some love. Run Amok says, this is your brain on MAGA. Seek help. Well, should we do what you do? Should we defund the police? We were taught in like first grade, you respect the police. Did you not learn that one, weird woke Democrat? Run Amok, should we be like you and throw dildos and weapons at ICE agents who are doing good things for America? Should we do things like you? Run amok. Should we hate our government and our president like you? Should we have signs against him? Should we have protests against him just because you're bored in your life and you need something to do, so you're going to hate America? I've never met a Democrat that supported my country. So you coming in here not supporting my country, not supporting me, and not supporting my stream, why would I want someone like you in that in my chat, sweetie? You are a bad vibe, you're a bad person, and you're a bad human being. Yeah, and Sam says it. She says you need help, Run Amok, for you to come in this chat and be like that. What are you going to do next? Are you going to make a sign? Are you going to pierce your septum? And are you going to make a sign with a rainbow flag and come in on my stream and say, Jennifer's talking shit? Yeah, probably. You're going to go in your front yard with a sign and say no kings and maybe promote trans people abusing children. That's more your way, isn't it, Run Amok? Oh, you came for me, Run Amok. What? You didn't like that I came back for you? You didn't like that? What the fuck? Yeah, exactly. That's what I say about your comment. What the fuck? And not only did I say what the fuck, but numerous people in chat just said what the fuck. So you're going to come in here and act like that? You're going to get that right back, motherfucker. You're lucky I don't show your channel and totally exploit you right now. So you might just want to leave chat because no one likes you and no one agrees with you. Get the fuck out of here. You are not capable of a conversation. So this Run Amok, that's a demented, misguided brain that's woke, that doesn't support America or anyone in it. Why don't you go have some migrants that jump over the wall, come stay at your house, and then at night they'll go and they'll rob and grape other women. Why don't you go do that, weirdo? Oh, they can bully me and they can troll me, but what you guys don't know about me is I am a natural redhead. I am a triple Scorpio. I am 56 years old. I was a stripper for 20 years. I am an educated woman from Kent State and Cleveland State. Before I was a live streamer, I was a chatter. Before I was a chatter, I was a troll. So you're going to come in, I was a professional troll. I would go in streams and troll people. So you think you're going to come in here and troll me? No, I got another thing coming for you, sweetie. You want to come in here and make a fool out of me and think that you got one over on me? I will make a fool of you publicly in your channel. And the things that come out of your mouth. Jay says, I'm looking fantastic. Slim Fat Boy says, whoa, rage baited. See, you got that backwards, buddy. No, you got that backwards. They were rage baited by me. My conversation rage baited them into saying something nasty. And then when they say something nasty, I call them out and they can't handle it. So who's rage baiting who? Who's trolling who? I'm the one sitting here calmly having a spiritual conversation and getting paid for it. No one's getting upset on my end, but y'all coming in saying crazy shit. You think I'm not going to say crazy shit back to you in a very matter-of-fact way? I'm going to. Hi, nice to meet you. My name's Jennifer, the Real Housewife of Cleveland. I'm not a chump. So what you've just run into is my daily diary, but I'm an ex-troll. So, welcome. Comment at your own risk, people. Okay, so we're going to say hi to Sister Krista. What's up, Sister Krista? She says she seems pretty damn calm. And believe me, I can get crazy on my streams, and I have. I will yell at people. I will go full VP. I will go full vegan patriot on you. And I don't apologize for it. But if I do that, I'll admit it. This isn't that. Run low, Saint Soul. Oh, I'm buffering. Sorry. Thank you for letting me know. Hopefully that'll fix itself. General Sao has just become a member of my channel, you guys. Hey, I love that. And by the way, I love General Tso's chicken. It's what I get every time I get Chinese food. So I doubly love you. General Tso, welcome to my channel. My name's Jennifer. I'm the Real Housewife of Cleveland. You guys, it costs $2.99 to become a member of my channel. and General Sal just paid that out of his pocket to become a member of my channel. So what do we do over there, General Sal? Well, check out your emojis. You've got a lot of new emojis you can use. I'm going to show you my favorite one. That's mine. Why? Because it's my crack. This is my crack. This is what I drink all the time. I'm California sober, you guys. I don't drink alcohol for 18 years, me or my husband. I don't even like caffeine, so this is what I drink. So that's one of the emojis you can use. Also, becoming a member, we do a lot of private live streams, and I give you private content, and you guys do know things that other people don't know. So thank you for supporting me and my channel that way and becoming a member. When you go into your pocket and donate to me or become a member like that, that doesn't go unnoticed with me. I'm not that girl that's just like, oh, thanks, and I'm moving onward. Really, thank you. I think we've got about 15 members-ish or so, and it's a nice little community over there. We could go over there and have really nice live streams, and no one trolls, no one's mean, and it's a good vibe. So I am planning on doing a private members live stream today. So I hope to see you there, and thank you again for supporting me and my channel. I think it was all that MAGA talk that got you. So, of course, you know, I love when us MAGA people come together and we agree on things, and we find our certain place in the universe with our friends. Ahmed's talking about bees. Think about it. Bees live less than 40 days. In that time, they go to 1,000 flowers to produce 1 teaspoon of honey. Unbelievable, unbelievable, unbelievable. Ahmed, yes. And I love your comment in my chat about the bees. Amazing. You guys, 93 likes. Let's get that up to 100. We need 100 likes. We need 100 likes. You guys, go up there and press the like button. Give me that thumbs up. Or double tap the screen to like my stream. Double tap the screen to like my stream. I'll give you massive spins for it. I can't do any cartwheels today because I have a dress on. But once we reach 100 likes, that's the goal, you guys. My goal is 100 likes. We're 4 away. If 4 of you could hit that like button, we're 4 away from my fucking goal. Do you think I should put this thing up? I think I should. Why am I sitting here with this umbrella down? That's a lot better. Like, what have we been doing, people? Jesus fucking Christ. Do you want to see all my flowers? I have a couple bouquets of flowers here. So Skip picked me these on his walk the other day. They're just Queen Anne's lace wildflowers, but when my husband picks me wildflowers, I don't take that for granted. After 18 years, I'm happy to receive them. And these I stole on my stream 2 days ago from the park. There's a whole little lily area at the park. Can you smell these? I know, only my members can. Only my members can. So I think the only member right now is General Sal. General Sal, push your pink sparkly button in the top left. It says Real Housewife of Cleveland. That's your smell-o-vision button. Now you can smell all this on YouTube because you're a member. I know. That's why you guys should become a member. So you can smell the flowers. Okay, what else didn't we do? We didn't light any candles. Let's get the vibe going a little bit better than we have. Maybe some of you would be nicer if I light candles. Probably not. It's a lot to hope for. 2 away. 2 likes away from 100 likes. I'm going to put some more of this lipstick on. Cheers. What? Oh, come on. It says 2 more. I'm still at 98. Dark High Life. Hi, friend. I was watching your videos this morning. Dark High Life. Thank you for watching my videos. Dark High Life's in chat, you guys. Dark High Life's in chat. All of a sudden, I feel a little, oh. Just all of a sudden, I might feel a little, oh. It's the heat. The heat just got me for a second, I feel like. Let's just lay here for a minute. Let's get the vape out. I quit the vape. Did you guys hear this? I quit the vape. I know, I picked it up again last night. Alright, I'm going to lay here for 1 second so I feel better. What's a felony? Alicia Holden's here. I have to get up. Hi, Alicia Holden. She's one of my favorites. Is Popeye here? Hi, Popeye. So, yeah, Alicia Holden. So, you know that, well, maybe don't. You guys, lilies are my favorite flowers. I even have a lily tattooed here on my hand. That's a memorial. Alicia Holden's telling me in chat that this is a stargazer lily and the white one's called an Olivia. Well, I didn't know that about the white one, so thank you for letting me know. But this is a stargazing lily. So when I got married to Skippy, you guys, I made my own bouquet. And my bouquet, I went to Heinen's and I got a huge, huge bundle of long stem stargazing lilies. Okay? I bought about $80 worth of them. So it was a huge bouquet of stargazing lilies. The bouquet top was about this big, gorgeous, long stem. I just wrapped a huge white ribbon around it, and that's what I carried when I got married. So stargazing lilies are maybe my favorite flower. Next to that, I love a calla lily. Next to that, I love a lily of the valley. So those are my favorite flowers. This is what I carried on my wedding day. I quit quitting. Well, yeah, I put it down. I put the vape down for 2 weeks. And then last night, we lost power. And it was so hot, and we lost power. And I was low on weed. I was rationing the weed. And I was frustrated. So I picked the vape up again last night. I did pick it up again this morning, but I am going to quit again today. Let's just smoke it a couple times today, and then we start again. Then we quit again for 2 weeks. So I quit, and then I failed. I'm the first to take accountability. I quit, and I failed. I got very scared last night. I got very frustrated. I was alone. I didn't have power. It was a heat wave. There was a lot going on. I didn't have a lot of weed last night, and I did have a lot of this. So, I went a little backwards, and I admit it. So, yeah, I quit. I failed, and I'm smoking it again. But I'm going to quit it again today, and we're going to put it down for 2 weeks again. So that's what's going on. I know. I'm a loser. What do you want from me? I'm human, you guys. Sam says pretty. Alicia says nice smell. Dark High Life says on July 25th, new video coming out soon on channel. What do you mean? On your channel, Dark High Life? You have a new video coming out July 25th? That's quite a long ways away, sweetie. Why don't you make a video today? Jesus Christ. I love the video that you're planning, but my God, that's a long time between here and now. Do you have something special? You have a special event you're going to that you're going to film is what you're trying to tell me? Because you better make a video before then, buddy. And let me ask you this. Oh, okay, don't tell me. Keep the event private because I want it to be a surprise. So I'm excited that you're planning something. I love that. But you will go live before that, right? I mean, you will post a video before that, right? But we'll be looking out for your special event on the 27th. Let me see. Go to your channel. So here's Dark High Life's channel. It's at Dark High Life -R1R. Dark High Life, that -R1R is killing you. It's killing your channel, buddy. Go in there and edit that out. I mean, you could do you could change it if you can't get Dark High Life. I understand that, but you could do Dark High Life 2026. You could do Dark High Life 666. You could do Dark High Life 420. I'll tell you what, that -R1R is killing your channel because it's hard for people to find you. It's hard for me to tell people. That's the first advice I do give YouTubers, is your should be very easy and very accessible. Have no dashes, have no numbers after it. And if it does, it should be a number that people can remember. So that's my advice to you for your channel. But meanwhile, while he does that, everybody go subscribe to Dark High Life -R1R. He has a big event coming up on the 27th, and he does post videos. Check him out. He's a cutie patootie, and he's my buddy, okay? We support each other because we're YouTube creators. So he has 89 subscribers. I'm subscribed to him. Why don't you guys also go subscribe to him right now? And look what his description of his channel says. No more dramas, no problems, just chill on my channel. You know, you like that. We like Dark High Life. He's a good guy. I adore him. So go give him a little love on his channel. Jason is calling me a pretty lady. Oh, you're a sweet boy, Jason. Thank you. Alicia Holden says, you take the heat well, Jennifer. I don't. Well, I'm trying to be very present in the moment, Alicia Holden. Look, I just remember February when I was sitting on my couch streaming and saying, I can't wait till the summer so I can get out of these fucking walls. Look, it's the hottest day of the summer, maybe. What am I going to go do? Sit in those walls because I'm hot? No. I'm going to exploit this weather as it should be exploited. Doesn't it look weird up here? I'm just catching a weird image. Does it look strange up there to you guys? Do we have a portal above me? Doesn't that look weird, like a vortex or something's moving? Anywho, I digress. I'm a weirdo. Whatever. Let's poke some smot. Let's poke the smot. Alicia Holden, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a business question? And it's important. I need a yes or a no out of you, Alicia Holden, and I need you to be accurate. And if you're not accurate, I need you to tell me you don't know. Alicia Holden, because you're probably my best girl in the chat right now. You're probably my best friend and my best mod that's in the chat right now. Alicia Holden, did you see ads on this live stream when you came in? Did you get an ad? Did you get a commercial? I need to know that. Tech question. Big Dog is in chat. I look like Kevin Durant? You fucking weirdo. You look like fucking Joan Rivers then. If I look like Kevin Durant, then you look like Joan Rivers. No, you look like Rosie O'Donnell then, Kevin Durant. What a thing to say that I look like Kevin Durant. And by the way, who is Kevin Durant? Why would I look like any dude, you weird fucktard? Get the fuck out of here. Patrice, hello. Barman to I don't know what your name is. Bar Mentalik. I'm just gonna call you Bar. Hello. 16. Could you be the most beautiful girl in the world? Oh, you're singing it to me? Could you be the most beautiful girl in the world? I want you to know something. I am the most beautiful girl in the world. And you found me here on YouTube. That's me. I'm Jennifer, the Real Housewife of Cleveland. I am the most beautiful girl in the world. I didn't want to say that because I didn't want to sound full of myself, but I am. Yes, that's me. Stephen Davis, coming from an ex-drug addict, weed is a friend, but yes, can become too much sometimes as well. Agreed. I'm an ex-drug addict as well, and I am California sober. California sober means a lot of different things to many people. In California, it might mean that you do mushrooms or DMT, which I do not. When I say I'm California sober, all I do is smoke cannabis. I'll eat it, I'll inhale it, I'll ingest it any way I can, but I'm not doing any other drugs, and I'm not drinking. I'm not even taking aspirin. I'm not taking cold medication. I can't take pain medication. I can't take opiates. Most of that's because of my red hair, because I have the MC1R gene. So, yeah. Brad Pitbull says, don't read this comment, please. I'm going to do it again. Brad Pitbull says, don't read this comment, please. Alicia Holden says, why, Jennifer? I don't know what you're asking. I forgot what we were talking about. Oh, you saw no ads. What? No ads. Because the stream should be monetized and you people should be seeing ads as you come in. Did anybody get a commercial when they were coming in? Answer this. Did anybody get a commercial when they were coming in? Dark High Life. You're in green. When you came in here, did you see ads? Hey, Cold. You're thinking about meth again, I see. Again, we just got done talking about how we're California sober on this channel. We don't do drugs. But here you are at, 11:30 in the morning thinking about meth. That's on you, buddy. Nobody here does meth or talks about meth or thinks about meth. You come into my chat quite often early in the morning thinking about it, don't you? Sorry about that, buddy. You must be addicted. Must be rough. Okay, it says that it's on. Do you find it difficult to impossible to metabolize edibles? Well, so you must have just met me. Yeah, and it was a problem. So what do? I make my edibles into drinks now. I don't eat edibles. I don't chew them as gummies anymore. Why? Because if you do that, you're not going to feel it for 4 hours. What's the point of that? So here's the trick. And go look at the videos on my channel. I show you how to do this, and I make numerous video after video on how you make an edible gummy drink and how it will affect you much better. Gummies dissolve in hot water. So you put whatever your milligram is, mine is 50. I take 50 milligrams, no more. Put that in a cup. Boil some water. Put the boiled water, only about this much in the cup. Stir it till it dissolves. There you go. You have a dissolved gummy. Now, what can you do? I'm a bartender, so I know you can do a lot with it. You can make it a hot drink. You can make a hot tea with it. Make it however you want, with honey, with milk, whatever tea bag you want. You can make a hot cocoa. Or what else could you do? You could take that little bit of a mixture, put it in the fridge for 5 minutes, cool it down, fill the glass with ice, pour in some country time lemonade and some water, and there you have a gummy edible drink with your exact dosage in it. Now, what's the difference? You take a sip, and it affects you immediately. You're not waiting 4 hours for that to hit while you're in the grocery store paying, and you're like, oh, I forgot I took a gummy. It hits you immediately. So then you decide when you take another sip, so you control that. So I am a huge advocate for melting down your gummies and making a drink out of it. That way you control it, sweetie. You can make a hot drink or a cold drink. Recently I did a stream where I made a virgin Bloody Mary. So I had a lime flavored gummy. Perfect, right? So I melted that down in just a little bit of hot water, stirred it up, and then I added the V8 juice, the Worcestershire, I put bacon, I put celery, and then you have a little drink, you know. If you do drink alcohol, you could have put alcohol in that too. I do not. But yeah, I have a problem metabolizing gummies, and I don't like the way that they just show up 4 hours later and they make me freak out a little bit. So I've learned how to control them. It's very easy. Gummies melt in hot water, make yourself a drink, and do it that way. Okay, it says my monetization is on. Can somebody else in my chat answer me? I'm trying to see if there's anybody in chat that's a YouTuber. Dark High Life. Listen to me. Dark High Life, can you do me a favor? You are one of my members and you're a YouTuber. I need you to do me a favor, and I need you to do it for me. Can you do that for me? If I had mods, you'd be one of my mods. I need you to do me a favor, Dark High Life. Can you leave my chat? Can you come back in? And I need to know if you see an ad on my stream. The stream says it's monetized, and I should be getting commercials and ads. If you leave my stream and you come back in, you should see some commercials or ads. Can you do that for me? I want to know that answer. And it's a tech question, and I just need a little help with my tech this morning. Can you do that for me, sweetie? Thank you. Appreciate that, Dark High Life. Meanwhile, the rest of us will smoke one. Do you guys want to smoke one? Okay, let's do a little sashi poo on the side. Scooby-Doo snack. I've tried edibles. Everybody gets slumped, and you feel nothing. You don't try them anymore because you can't metabolize it. You two come from redhead. Well, there you go, girl. There you go. Well, I assume you're a girl. If you're not a girl, let me know. But yeah, you need to make a gummy. Literally, leave my channel. When you leave my channel has live streams, shorts, and videos. Go look on my videos. About 4 videos down, it shows you how to make a gummy drink. I literally give you the recipe, and you can take it from there. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but, you know, go check out a video. If people around you aren't feeling it, it's probably because you have the MC1R gene like I do. If you're a natural redhead and you have the MC1R gene, we also have problems with anesthesia. We need more anesthesia. We can usually drink someone under the table. When it comes to opiates, we can either take a lot or we can't take any. It goes with edibles too. Sorry, we're buffering. I'm sorry. So if everybody around you is feeling it and you're not, that's what you need to do. You need to step it up, liquefy it. Liquefy your gummy. That way you have control. You have control of how much you're going to have as an intake and when you can feel it. Because you're taking the sips. You're not just chewing a gummy and wishing that it goes well. Every sip you take, you're controlling the intake of that gummy. So that's what you need to do, my fellow red-headed sister. No commercials. What the fuck? Why is my monetization keep doing this? It's weird. So it says right here, monetization on. So let's go back. Let's try to do it again. While I have you guys here, let's go back. Because I should be making money on these ads, yo. Let me redo this a little bit. 20 years later, guys, I need a laptop. I can't keep working on this fucking piece of shit. I just can't. And I do call it a piece of shit because I hate a tablet. I hate a tablet. I can push 12 things and it doesn't happen. So hold on a minute. I need 1 second for tech. And I need to get that monetization correct. Dark High Life and Alicia, thank you for helping me. Okay, here we go. Give me 1 second, people. I need to do this tech. Okay, here we go. It says I'm live. That's good. That's a plus. Monetization. Let's hit that button. Not really taking me where I need to go, are you? Uno momento. It really shouldn't be this difficult, people. Couple clicky poos with finger, and that's really all it should be. I don't know, what the fuck. Sometimes it battles me, and I don't really like a battle. Stupid fucking piece of shit. That's what I have to say to this little thing. Dumb whore. I get a little mad when I'm doing this kind of stuff. I'm not good at this kind of stuff, people. I'm not. Danny! Get out of here, you fly. Jesus Christ, a lot of flies right now. This is making me hotter. Doing this is making me hotter. I'm getting annoyed. Come on, YouTube. Why you work with me here a little bit? Okay, we're going to try this one more time. And if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. And then I can remonetize it after the stream's done. But here's what I like to do. I like to monetize my stream while I'm doing it. That way when those ads roll through, I get paid for it. It makes sense, right? Okay, it says it's on. It says it's on. So if while any of you are watching my stream, if a commercial rolls through, I want you guys to tell me that, okay? It may not be if you're coming in or coming out, but if anybody sees a commercial through the stream, I want you to stop what you're doing and tell me in all caps and get my attention. Would you mind doing that for me? Thank you. LOL Cool J, cute name for your channel. Why do you mock Lord Nick? Who is Lord Nick? What are you talking about? That makes me think of IBL. Are you talking about IBL, the streamer? What are you talking about? Thank you, Alicia, and thank you, Dark High Life, for helping me. These are people that would be mods on my channel. That's why I'm asking them for help, you guys. It's tech stuff. And Dark High Life wants to know if I have Discord. No, I don't have Discord because it's a negative, bad situation. It's a bad place. Nothing good happens on a Discord. If I was 26, I might have a Discord. I just said if I was 26, I'd have a Discord. Can we call it Discord from now on? That's a much better name. But I'm 56, and there's no reason for a 56-year-old woman to be spending extra time in a Discord. Also, Discords are kind of for gossiping, for people to... There's a lot of doxing that goes on in Discord. There's a lot of gossip. There's a lot of backstabbing. And I just think it's a negative place. I've never heard of a Discord where people were acting kind or being like, hi, how are you? It's a negative place. So I don't provide a Discord for my watchers because I don't want you guys to be acting amok. You feel me? And if you guys are in other people's Discords, be nice. Be cool, because it's not a nice place. Who's going for a checkup, Alicia? Who? Popeye? You take him to a bird doctor, or are you talking about Toto? Timothy Chadwell says he likes my hair today. Thank you. You like my pom-poms? I have pom-poms in today. It's very good for this weather, you know, when it's so hot. I can't have it on my neck. Zeppy said, how's the tooth this morning, Jen? Well, Zeppy, the tooth is 100%. My face, now up here, we're at about 75%. It's still swollen, and it's still sore right there, sweetie. But I'm eating on the tooth. I was eating full food yesterday and chewing on it. So the tooth itself feels great. So I think we've had some progress. The fact that I still have swelling and pain up here, look, they took that root canal twice and went deep up there with a laser. So I'm having a lot of pain, like under my eye and my face. But I think that's better, right? At least the tooth doesn't hurt. So I think we're moving in the right direction, and I'm on the mend. Thank you for asking, Zeppy. Thank you so much. Oh no, Alicia said Toto seems under the weather. No, not my Toto. Alicia, you can always give him a little bit of sugar water. That helps, you know, it helps things if they're just feeling under the weather. I'll often get a syringe, you know, without a pusher, just to push the water. And I'll fill it full of water and put a little bit of sugar in there. A little sugar water, if they're feeling under the weather, will help them. I would try that, you know, not that that's going to fix him if something's wrong, but he might just have low blood sugar a little bit too. The heat might be bugging him. He might not feel good. Get a little sugar in him today and see if that helps. I did that for Muggsy all the time, and honestly, girl, 50% of the time that would help Muggsy feel better. And that's my go-to. If anything's wrong with my dogs first, that's what I try, is a syringe full of sugar water right down the throat. Oh, my allergies are killing me. Excuse me. It is what it is. The trolls are really going to love that one. Okay, sesh with me. We have 113 likes. 113 likes. Amazing. And 34 in chat. Thanks for all those likes, you guys. No, I don't have any children, Stephen James Royer. I don't have a daughter named Heidi. I don't have any children by choice. I'm the childless woman by choice. Alicia says, okay, I will do that. Yeah, I usually get the syringe, right? The syringe is about this big. And I usually put maybe like not a third of sugar, but maybe a quarter of that full of sugar. So I'll literally put the sugar in the syringe, hold my finger there, and fill the rest of it with water. So it's literally like a tablespoonful of sugar. It's a good amount. It's not going to hurt them at all. But sometimes in older dogs or small dogs, they get a lower blood sugar and things don't work right. You just give them that little push of sugar. That helps a lot of things for them sometimes, honey. No need to take them to a $50 vet visit if it's that, right? But if that doesn't fix it, then you take them in for sure, sweetie. Yeah, thank you for asking, Zeppy. You're very sweet to ask. Arizona's in the house. JK. Hi, JK. Official Monkey Arms is here. 6'7", 6'7", 6'7", he's saying. So, Official Monkey Arms, I'm gonna say no. No. When you, most channels are 6'7", 6'7". When you come over here to the Real Housewife of Cleveland, guess what it is? 9'10", 9'10", 9'10". Yeah, we are 9'10s over here. Oh, the husband just woke up. Let me go give him kisses. What are you gonna do? Okay, guys, I'm losing my chat phone. Skippy's taking it. Things must be done. Let me take my thing off for you, Skippy. Can you say hi to chat?
Hi, chat.
That's Skippy saying hi to you. It's at 40%. Okay, are you going right now?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay. Are you gonna go see? You're just going to. Okay, we've got babies out here. Want to see the scuba doos? There's one, there's two. There's Baxter. You coughing already? You coughing already, you little baby? Oh, no. There he goes. There goes Baxter. There's Annabelle. There's Abigail. Hi, ladies. Look at these two. Look at these two. How cute are you? I know. I think it's too hot out here for you. You're coughing. Let's take you back in. I think you two need to go back in the house. Too hot for you. 1, 2. You want to go in 2, 3, 4. All 4. Will you get those two, please? Thank you. Would you also close that big door? No, you're not coming back out. Scooby-Doo Snack says, I've tried edible after edible while everyone around me... Oh, no, this is an old one. Sorry. Okay, so we just lost our chat phone, so I'm reading old chat, and I'm reading chat off the phone now. So excuse me. Okay. Okay, so Nick's in chat, you guys. He's in Long Beach, California. Welcome back to chat, Nick. I recognize you. Good to see you. It's going to be hot as fuck there. Yeah, it's hot as fuck in Cleveland, Ohio right now. It's tragic. Yeah, you got to see the babies. Those were the babies. That was Baxter, the 15-year-old Yorkie with special needs. Killer, the 16-year-old Chihuahua with very special needs. Annabelle, the 6-year-old Bulldog, who's doing great. And Abigail, the 7-year-old Boston Terrier, who's doing great. So, that was the babies. Did you love seeing them? JK is here from Arizona. Monkey Arms was laughing. You liked my 9'10" joke? Is that Riz? Are you asking me? Of course I have Riz. I am Riz. Hi, Christo, SV. How are you? Welcome to chat. Welcome to chat. Okay, so now we can use this as a chat phone. Let's get off of this mess. Skip had to go do errands, so I'm not going to stop live streaming right now. I think we're going to give it about another 40 minutes. You want to stay on for about another 40 minutes with me, you guys? Then let's do that shit. Let's go onto my YouTube and we could chat with you here. If you listen, you can hear some church bells. But why, YouTubers, why? Okay, so maybe we don't have a chat phone. I have an idea. Nothing's working. Nothing's working in my life today. That's fine. That's fine. We just roll with it. We don't get angry. We might have to hit this. Cheers. Here's to tech not working this morning. Devices not working. It's fine because we have a wonderful chat. We've been streaming for 2 hours, 11 minutes, and 30 seconds. We've got some donos. We've got some good conversation. You guys, do you understand the good conversation we had about spirituality earlier? It was a really lovely conversation to have with chat. Thank you for that. You guys really brought it up a notch for me there, and I loved it. Thank you. I like to chat with you guys about real stuff and hear what your guys' thoughts are, because when you guys have different thoughts than me and tell me different things, it's like that light bulb moment for me. It's like that light bulb goes off on my head and I'm like, oh, I didn't think about that, you know? And I'm just trying to learn. I'm right now in a very spiritual place, in a very learning place. I'm trying to raise my vibrations. I'm trying to know more. I'm searching. I'm trying to be a better person. I'm trying to be less of a dick. And believe me, I'm a dick. I'm an asshole. I can be a real asshole to people. And so I'm trying to be nicer. I don't know. Is it working for you guys? I don't know if it's working that much for me. Can I just call you Lax? Lax is it. Yeah, Phil's fan for life. We got that. Phil's fan for life. Oh, does that mean you're a Phillies fan? I'm just now getting that. You know, how many times have you been in my chat? Duh, Jennifer. What's up, Philly? So are you from Philadelphia? I wonder? Or are you just a fan? I want to know. Because I'm obsessed with people who live in Philadelphia right now as a YouTuber. You might know why. See you, my big panis. What does that mean? Alicia said, everything is so still outside, no air. Yeah, there's no breeze. Look at this. And it's hot and it's sweltering. So we need to poke some smut. We need to poke some smut. Okay. Yeah, you are from there. Amazing. So I'm a YouTuber, obviously, but more than that, I'm a YouTuber that likes to YouTube with other people. I like to double stream. I've interviewed Father God on my stream, Daisy the Venice Healer I became friends with. Philadelphia. Kensington. What be going on in the K&A? What is going on there? I am watching so much YouTube on K&A, Kensington and Allegheny. Is that it? The corner. What yo is going on there? So I just told my husband, let's go to Philadelphia, get a room over there, just a cheap hotel room for a night, and stream that shit. I just want to walk up and down Kensington and Allegheny and stream that shit. I'm gonna film that shit. How many YouTubers are over there filming that shit? And by the way, how do you feel as a local having your city, have that happen in your city downtown? I live in downtown Cleveland. We have a few homeless people here and there, but If my city looked like that, I might get the guns out and get the, get the boys out and be a little crazy, because that shit is nuts. That is shit is nuts. And then the fact that the government, your city, won't do anything about it. They just have like a little skid row there now in Kensington, right? And they keep them there. Because I remember a year or so ago they did the big cleanup, remember? And they removed all the tents from Kensington. Well, those people just moved around the corner, so they don't let them set a tent up. Well, they're still letting them sit there and shoot a syringe into their neck, right? So what's the difference? I just can't believe what Philadelphia is allowing. And on top of that, they have the witch doctors, okay, giving out samples every morning at 8 a.m. And the police and the city are aware of it. Because I'm a YouTuber, I watch it on YouTube, I'm aware of it. So every morning at 8 a.m., a man from a trap house comes out and goes, "Witch doctor's here." You will see every junkie that can't stand up get up, run to where this guy is calling them. What does he do? He gives them samples. Samples of what? Well, today's mixture of fent, trank, and crack, probably, to see if it will kill them. And he gives it to them for free. Why? A couple reasons. To see if that mixture will kill them so that they can sell it, to keep those junkies there and under their skin, and dedicated to them, to keep those junkies high. There's a lot of bad shit going on in Kensington. So what do you have to say about that, man? You're from Philly. I'd love to hear one thing you say about that. People come here from every other city to here because it's an open market. So yeah, that's what I didn't say, you guys. It's an open air drug market. So I guess legally you're allowed to sit on the street corner in front of someone's business and shoot trank or fentanyl in your neck, because that's what they're doing. They're not just smoking it in a pookie, okay? They are shooting their necks up. They're standing there in broad daylight, and I don't know if you guys watch the Oh My God live cameras, but it's here on YouTube, and it's set cameras that just film the world. Oh My God live. Oh My God live TV, I think it is. Go check it out. There's a couple cameras they have on Skid Row, just 24/7. Sometimes they have audio, sometimes they don't. They just filming the people on Skid Row, and they got about 4 of those cameras on Kensington. One on the K&A, one on K and Allegheny, and one around the corner, and one just on Allegheny, I want to say. But those people, they aren't even smoking drugs anymore. They are just shooting up, sitting there shooting up. And then they do the, what do we call it? The Philly yoga, Philadelphia yoga. So they'll shoot up, and they usually don't shoot up in their, they shoot up in their neck. They do it right on stream, right on live stream. And then they go right into the yoga. They go right like this. And they stand that way all day. Why don't you lay down? Why don't you sit, people? No, because they have to do that. So that's how you can tell when the people are on fentanyl. They don't lay down, they don't sit. You remember the opium dens back in the day? You researched them back in the war. They would have beds and cots set out for the people to do opium. Get comfortable, fentanyl addicts. Lay down. You're in the middle of the street. You're shooting up in your neck. Lay the fuck down. But no, they gotta just do that. They call it the Philly yoga. So I don't know what you guys think about that, but I think it's disgusting. Shame on Philadelphia for allowing that in the city. Where else do they have an open air drug market? Isn't there one in Toronto now? And isn't there one in San Francisco? Isn't there one in Portland, Oregon? And aren't there these people, they come and they call it like, oh, what is it called? Like safety measures. They come give these people clean needles so they don't get an abscess. Why the fuck are you enabling that junkie? Let that junkie get an abscess. Let them learn what it's like to have a big hole in their arm and have to go to the hospital, so they quit. Why are you people enabling them? They give them clean pookies, and these people, they think they're angels and helping these people, but what they're doing is they're making it very easy for these people to destroy themselves and the city around them. And what about these poor people who own businesses on Kensington? You think any of us want to go past these people and go into their business anymore? No, so these business owners lose. It's just horrible. Yeah, well, I think that they're allowing the cartels to bring the drugs in to keep that going, right? It's a form of control, because this way California can control where the junkies and the homeless are, and they keep them in that tight little knit community in Skid Row. They're not trying to help the people in Skid Row. Quite the contrary. They're keeping velvet ropes around there, and anyone who's outside of there who is a junkie, they're putting them in there. So they're segregating them for sure. Same thing in Portland, Oregon. What a mess that place is. Why would anyone want to go there? Walk around with people shooting up because that's allowed. That's disgusting to me. Okay, like people go get a job, be a professional, go to college. It's not cool that you have a tent on the corner of the road and that you're allowed to shoot up. Just because you can doesn't mean that's what you should be doing with your life. I think my ex-boyfriend is a heroin junkie in Portland, Oregon, making glass pipes. That's the last I heard of him. The kid that stole the angel statue that I was with for 9 years, the kid that beat me up, the kid that was in the Nine Inch Nails song, spent with my ex-boyfriend Richard from the Nine Inch Nails. So, yeah, that kid, I married a man and got off drugs and became a successful person, community member. That guy that I was with for 9 years, he became a glass blower. He was blowing glass pipes to smoke weed out of. Then he moved to Portland, Oregon, and I heard he became a heroin junkie. So if he's even alive, that's what I hear he's doing now. So that's the type of people that. And Portland, Oregon used to be a lovely place. Philadelphia used to be a lovely place. I'm sure that part of Skid Row was never too lovely. But I know that the Cecil Hotel is in Skid Row and it now holds homeless people. The Cecil Hotel is a historical landmark monument. It was the last place the Black Dahlia was ever seen. It's an Art Deco hotel. And it's been so disgusting now that they give it to the homeless people and they use it for Skid Row homeless people. So I don't like seeing that the world's come to that. Hey, I just got a floating heart from Phil. Thank you. I saw that floating heart. Thank you. So Phil, I just want to know what you thought about that. That's what I think about that. I'm obsessed a little bit with Skid Row, Philadelphia, those places, those open air markets. Shame on the world for allowing that. Shame on the people that enable that. Shame on the community that enable that. Even shame on the people that come there and give those people clothing and food. Those junkies, all they have to do is lay there. And 3 times a day, someone brings them food, clean needles, blah, blah, blah. That shouldn't be okay. Like, let them get an abscess. Let them use a dirty needle. Let them learn a lesson. Let them be hungry so that they have to go work like the rest of us do for food. So that they learn character. So that they learn morals. Because it's like a bunch of newborn babies getting their diapers changed down there. And then they're getting their pats on the back on it. It's just ridiculous to me. Yeah, and I'm going to repeat this because Basil's exactly right. Basil said, just like Spencer Pratt said, Skid Row is not homeless. It's a party street for drug addicts. Yes, and people, the government is allowing it and they're funding it. Spencer Pratt also talked about, Karen Bass had made some comment, that, I help the homeless. He said, no, you don't help the homeless, Karen Bass. She said, I help them with dental stuff. He said, so let me get this straight. If there's a meth head on Skid Row and he's lost his teeth, you've made it so the taxpayers of California are now going to buy that meth head dentures. That's what you're saying? That's how you helped? And she said, yes. He said, why would you do that? Don't you think it'd be more important for that meth head to not be bought dentures so that he learns that he doesn't have teeth from his actions? Why are you having taxpayers paying for a meth head's teeth so they can go out and smoke meth? That's crazy. So yeah, California is all messed up, and they had one chance. They had one chance to turn that around, and that one chance was Spencer Pratt. And you can see how fixed that political system is because they won't let someone like that in. Okay. So Spencer Pratt for president. That's what I have to say. Spencer Pratt for president. Wow. If that man could infiltrate politics and make a change like he wanted to in California, fuck California. I hope California, the San Andreas Fault is having activity this month. It's about to fall off anyways. That place, the fires, the junkies, the hippies, the earthquakes, that place is just going to fall off anyways. It's a goner. Nobody wants to help it, so let it go. Let all the fucking lunatics gather there and let it fall off into the ocean is what I say. But Spencer Pratt, I like your ideas. Why don't you be our next president, buddy? Why don't you take Trump's place and take everything you were going to do for California and do that for the world? That's what I say. Fuck these fucking old men politicians. We need someone like Spencer Pratt, someone who is not a politician, someone who doesn't have a fucking gun in that battle, someone who was someone different. He was, on the hills. He was a movie star. He's a weirdo. He's into crystals. He loves crystals. He wears crystals around his neck because he thinks that matters. Guess what? It does. So, yeah, Spencer Pratt for president. And I'm not just saying that. I really think he'd make an excellent president. The only president I've ever voted for in my life, and I'm 56 years old, is Trump. There's only one reason I voted for Trump, because he wasn't a politician. I would never vote for a politician, because I think it's fixed, and our vote doesn't matter. But the second Trump ran, and he was a businessman, he was a real estate agent, I thought, wow, this might do something different. Let's do that. Let's shake these politicians up with a businessman. I don't care who he is. I don't care. He can grab me by the vagina, if that's who he is. You're mad because he's grabbing women by the vagina? Who cares? Take care of the migrants. Take care of Russia. Take care of fucking Iran. That's what I say. You want to grab someone by the vagina? Go ahead. I'm fine. Fine with that. Okay. We've said a lot. Let's sesh. Basil in the Sun says exactly. Teehee Kelly says heck yeah. Poop Heck says hey girl. We got so many emojis from Alicia Holden. And Alicia Holden is very sad. And she says all the family is torn apart from all this. Yes, it's very sad. Teehee Kelly says 4 wheels. Bakery Queen says hell yes, Jen, I love your ideas. And Dark Highlight says fuck politics sucks. Yes, that's why we want to get Hollywood actors from the hills in there. They have a better representation than any political person that I've seen talking or winning. Okay? I even like what Spencer Pratt says more than Donald Trump. Okay? I like DeSantis very much. I think he has good things to say. Let's see those men. Let's see those men do something changing in the world. I'd like to see that. Done with these old fucking men like Biden that have bloodlines from reptilians that are like Nepo babies that are going to be presidents. No. Enough of that. We need new people, new blood, new inspiration. I think Spencer Pratt is perfect for it. Look, he's used to being on TV. He knows what it's like when people watch him. I know what it's like. I know that when I'm filming, I got to be real careful with what's behind me. People are going to troll me for that. Spencer Pratt thinks differently in that way. He's going to look at the world that way. He's not only going to look what's on his camera, but he's going to look behind it as well. I really think people like that are great, and I think we need a turnover in the world. Terry Strange. Yeah, the hair is cute. Thanks, Terry Strange. Basil, but you're incorrect, sweetie. Basil says Daisy at least has housing, but that's not true. Daisy didn't get housing. Daisy had a choice because she had 17 felonies, and she went to court, and she was going to prison that day. Okay? And the judge said to her, ma'am, you have a choice. You can go to prison today, or we can put you in a facility that is mental health court where you are watched. So Daisy's not like in homeless housing like normal people, sweetie. And she lies to you guys and makes you guys think that. And I think you guys forget that sometimes. Daisy is not housed in housing by the government. Daisy is housed in housing by the courts because she's a felon and because she chose not to go to jail and she chose to get therapy in mental health court. That building she's in is a place called Wraparound Healthcare. It is set up by doctors and nurses. The people at the front desk are run by doctors and nurses. She can't stay there unless she's going to therapy and signs in for that. So what Daisy has in housing is very different than what you guys think it, because she makes you think that she has normal housing. She doesn't have normal housing. If she fucks where she is up, Daisy Lindsay Davis will end up in prison because she has now 18 felonies, and one which is terrorism for calling it a bomb threat to a federal building. And so that is the reason she is in a federal mental housing facility. That's what that is. So she's not in normal housing. I want to be very clear about that. Daisy will lie about that to you guys. You thought Mary got that place for her. No, sweetie. No. Mary was her housing advocate. So what Mary did for her was, hey, Daisy, we got to go to this court meeting. You got to put shoes on your dirty feet. And Daisy would be like, biodiversity, and I got to get my unicorn. And Mary would be like, no, put your shirt on. We've got to go to mental health court. And Daisy would be like, I don't go in cars. They're run by gasoline. And Mary would be like, take my hand. We need to do this. You're an adult woman. Mary was her housing advocate and took her to her courts and helped her get this mental facility. No, Mary didn't get her this housing. Daisy's judge gave Daisy this housing. If Daisy didn't have Mary by her side, Mary would have been in prison. Or no, Daisy would have been in prison because Mary facilitated Daisy getting to all these court dates so that Daisy didn't have to go to prison, so she could get this second chance at this housing, which is like, it's like where a bunch of bad, mentally ill women stay. It's like a psych ward for criminals where she is. Be very clear. So yes, Mary helped facilitate that, and if it wasn't for Mary's help, Daisy would be shit out of luck right now. She'd be in prison or dead. What Mary did as her legal housing advocate was get her to all those court dates, make sure she had shoes on her feet, made sure she got there and signed papers, made sure she left and wasn't acting like an asshole. And when Daisy did get this housing, now Mary would go there and help her decorate it, but Mary didn't get her that housing. Okay, the court gave her that housing. And Mary is a goddess and an angel, because if it hadn't been for Mary helping Daisy, Daisy would be in prison right now, ladies and gentlemen, because Daisy would never have helped herself. Look, Mary couldn't have got Daisy housing through California, and Mary couldn't have gotten Daisy housing through the mental health court. That Mary can't do that. Mary, as Daisy's housing advocate, Mary took on a mentally ill woman and said, I will help you get to a facility where you can get help. That's what Mary did. And the biggest thing Mary did was guide her by the hand, said, come on, girl, cover your tits. We're going into a courtroom. Daisy, it's 9 a.m. It's time to go to court. And if Mary hadn't done any of that, and Mary has better things to do, by the way. Mary's like 60 years old with a child and a grandchild and a job. Those of you who think Mary's crazy and wild, she actually has a real life and better things to do. She did that out of the kindness of her heart while Daisy was calling her the white devil, while Daisy was using her to finance other meth heads' lunch monies, times, while she was talking down to Mary on her stream, while Mary was saying things to her and on stream, and Daisy would say, goddess, 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 don't talk. Well, she treated Mary like that. I'll give you an example. It's not my story to tell, but I'm sure Mary won't mind if I tell you this. You know I'm not talking to Daisy because she called me the white devil on her stream. Well, after you know that Mary did all this for Daisy, do you know what Daisy did to Mary? So Mary said, meet me at this coffee shop and I'll buy you lunch. Okay? So Daisy shows up there with like 12 meth heads from no man's land. That's not normal beach area. That's no man's land. That's meth area. So Daisy shows up with 12 homeless people that Mary had never met before, and all of a sudden these were Daisy's tribe members. Daisy said, well, I wanted to meet you for lunch. Who's this? And Daisy said, oh, this is my tribe today. And Mary said, okay, well, we need to talk about some court stuff and I want to take you to lunch. And Daisy started yelling at Mary so all these people could hear, and started saying, well, if you're going to take me to a place like this where they have to pay money for food, and you're going to pay money for food when I could just steal it, it should be free for me, then you should pay for all these other people, because the white devil enslaved the black people 1 million years ago, and it's your fault, Mary, and you're the white devil, and you should not just buy me food, but you should buy all these people food. Do you know what Mary did? In her mind, she wanted to go insane and run. But you know what she did? She bought all those people food. Okay? So Mary is a saint. Mary is a very dear friend of mine, and the persona that you guys see of Mary is very different than who Mary actually is, and I hold Mary in extremely high regard. What she did for Daisy was save Daisy's ass, and Daisy never thanked her once. Daisy never even showed Mary kindness. Daisy never even let Mary talk. Okay? So I'm talking about Mary Klein Arts, who is a very famous and successful artist on the Venice Boardwalk. As opposed to Daisy the Venice Healer, who's a middle-aged mother who left her children, strangled them, left them for cocaine and a John in an RV that wasn't working on Sunset Boulevard, and was arrested That wasn't good enough for her. She still continues to fuck around with the law, lie to people on stream about what she's doing, and attack everybody around her who tries to help. Me included, and Mary included, her mother included, and her children included. And anybody around her that tries to help her. She don't want your help. She wants to be a bad, bad human being, and she wants you to enable it. And if she says boop, you might be in love with her, and you might allow that. So, yeah, that's that. Mary is a wonderful lady, and she's gotten a bad rap. She's gotten clipped by Steve DeLive, just like I have. She's gotten harassed and embarrassed by Daisy the Venice Healer publicly numerous times, and Daisy makes her to look out to be shit, when Daisy is actually shit. And I don't even like calling her Daisy. Her name is Lindsay Davis, okay? She's not a healer. She's a mentally ill, retarded woman who pretends like she's homeless. She's not. She should be in prison for what she did to her children and for what she did to the community around her. But instead, they give her a break and they put her in this housing thing, but still she runs around acting like she's something she's not, and most of you believe it. But yet, I'm the white devil, and I've done something wrong because I was her friend. Whatever. Yet, Mary's the white devil. Why are we the white devil? Why are we responsible for any slavery that happened in America hundreds of years ago? I know it had nothing to do with me, by the way. And by the way, people enslave people all over the world of every colors still to this moment. So there are many devils out there, and not all of them are white. By the way, Lindsay Davis, Daisy the Venice Healer, you're white. You're white. Your mother's white and your father's white, and your children are white and you're white. So if there's any white devil and it's uneducated and misguided, it is her. So when you come at me and you say that Daisy, at least Daisy has housing and California gave her housing and Mary helped her with her housing, I want you guys to know the real story there. Yeah, Mary helped. But it's not what you think it is, you guys. It's very sad. And I saw Daisy on Santa Monica close-up just a week ago. What was she doing? She was on the beach helping a homeless couple, acting like she was homeless. What do you think her therapists think of that? What do you think the court thinks of that? What do you think her children think of that, watching that? What do you think her mother thinks of that? Why isn't Daisy in therapy, in wraparound, in step up where she's supposed to be, putting down the bullhorn, putting her tits away, putting shoes on her feet, and making roads to get back to her children before they turn 18? Because the one's going to turn 18 in a month or so. And Rose, who's 6 years old in foster care, might like a mother one day. Or might not like to turn on the TV and see her mother acting this way. Daisy's been acting this way as long as I've been watching her on YouTube. Do you think I've grown? Because I have. Do you think Daisy's grown? No. She's pulling the same old shtick, doing the same old thing, same old biodiversity, same old showing her tits. For what? For no one. No one cares. You're not a healer. Stop it. You're a middle-aged woman, and go deal with your family, lady. You have money. You have money. You're a rich, wealthy woman, late Daisy. Your money is all sitting there with your mom. You can move in there and have a nice home, live with your kids. But instead, she would rather press live and say, I miss my children. It's not fair because they've scarcity and it's all bullshit. If she wanted to see her kids, she'd see her kids. What she wants to do is meth with the meth heads, pretend she's not doing it, and run around with the homeless dudes on Venice Beach. I think it's pretty clear. If you guys think that's cool, good for you. I do not. She's disgusting. Step Up caters to her. Yeah, they do. Well, they're stupid. Well, they're run by, they're government run, first of all. So do you think that they're going to give Daisy this extra care? I thought they were at first, but they allowed Daisy to live stream the therapy sessions. I was still her friend then. And Daisy was secretly live streaming the therapy sessions, and the therapist would say, well, I think we should talk about this, Daisy. And Daisy would say, while she's live streaming this woman, unbeknownst to this woman, Daisy would say, no, I think it's time for me to go now. I'm feeling like I need to go. And the therapist would say, well, I think we need to talk. And Daisy more. And then Daisy would say, no, I think I need to go more. And she would manipulate the therapist, and I would watch it. And the therapist would say, okay, Daisy, I'll let you go if that's what you need. So Daisy never got the therapy. She was being streamed. It was just content for YouTube that Daisy was doing. She was just trying to make a YouTube video for y'all. She never got anything out of it. Was the therapist so dumb that she wasn't going to look at Daisy's live stream and the next time say, hey, Daisy, don't live stream this because we want you to get... No. That continued and continued. It was like watching a cat bat around a mouse. And unfortunately, Daisy was the cat. She's not getting help there. So what's going to happen to my friend Daisy? You think I'm mad at her? No, I'm not. But I can't talk to her because of this shit. So what's going to happen to my friend Daisy? Because that's why I'm upset. Is she going to do right and go back and be with her children? No. Is she going to become a council member? No. Is she going to go on the right path so she can see her children? No. Is she going to stop wanting to talk in the bullhorn and wanting to be famous? No. Is she going to stop using meth and saying she's sober? No. Is she going to get off the beach and cover her tits and put shoes on? No. Does she want to stop live streaming and go work on herself instead? No. Is she a healer? No. So what's going to happen? Step Up is eventually either going to put her in jail or kick her out. If she sleeps on the beach and they catch her doing that and she doesn't sign in, she gets kicked out of there. She gets kicked out of there, she goes to prison. If the prisons there can't handle her and there's no mental facilities available for her, what do you think happens? She goes back in a tent on the beach. What happens then? She's still doing meth, pretending she's not. She's still not seeing her kids. She's still prostituting on the weekends to make money. People still know where she is. There's trafficking people all over the world. She got big tits, big ass. She's acting like a hooker, but you can't pretend like she's one, which she is. Someone's gonna fucking get her. Someone's gonna kill her. Someone's gonna traffic her. She's gonna end up in a cage in someone's basement in Taiwan, being a sex slave. Someone's gonna use her and cut her up and use her body parts for a hat because they're a Jeffrey Dahmer type person out there. She has put herself out there in a very, very scary, unhealthy, immature, not safe way. She's not taking care of herself. She's not taking care of her business as a woman. She's not taking care of her family or her tribe as a mother or as a daughter. So that's what I have to say about Daisy. And I say that because I love her. And I don't talk to her right now because I want her to do better. And after she called me a white devil on my stream, I blocked her because I knew that I couldn't get this through to her. That she's going to have to be an adult woman, and I have to take the pookie away, and I have to take the syringe away, and I have to let her fall hard so that she doesn't die. Because I'm waiting for the day now where I wake up and I turn on the thing, and boy, Daisy the Venice Healer's missing. Or, boy, they found Daisy the Venice Healer stabbed in an alleyway. That's next, you guys. You think it's fun and cute to watch her? You think that's all funny scuba-doos? It's not. So that's where I stand on Daisy. Oh, there's a girl who thinks she's married to Jeffrey Dahmer here on YouTube? No, I don't know who that is, Chichi Kana. No, I'm talking about Daisy the Venice Healer. If you don't know who that is, you can go look her up. She's a YouTuber as well. She's very well known, way more well known than I am. But for 3 years, she was my best friend, and she was here on my channel, and I was there on her channel. And not only that, we were talking on the phone numerous times a day. And me, as a calm, normal, sane woman with a home and an 18-year marriage and a husband and a community member, I thought maybe I could be a little bit of a rock for this woman. And I was for a while, and I thought I was helping, and I thought she could come to me with anything, and she had Mary there she could come to with anything, and Mary would like physically help her. Even Mary would say, I'll be the hands-on, you be the emotional part. And we were both really helping Daisy for a while, but she couldn't handle it. And not only could she not handle it, she probably could have handled it, but she didn't want it. What Daisy wants is to be Daisy the Venice Healer, which is a train wreck and a meth head on the beach. So that's who I'm talking about. And it's hard for me to talk about it because, yes, I'm mad at her, but I'm mad at her because she's making bad choices. I'm mad at her because she's going to be dead soon. I actually love the girl, and I'm very sad for the choices she's made in her life. I'm also friends with her mother and know her children, and I'm closer to that now than I am with her. And so that broadens the horizon, doesn't it? Doesn't make it so cute anymore when she wants to press live and bitch. Because what she should be doing is calling her mother or her children and making that her life. Hi, Fred. Has anyone told me I look like Ariel the Little Mermaid? Yes. As a matter of fact, Mary, who we're talking about right now, Mary the Mermaid Fairy, she thinks and says that I look like Ariel the Mermaid Fairy. Mary the Mermaid Fairy gave me this charm, you guys. This charm's on my bracelet. It's a mermaid with a little gem. But that is from Mary. She's a very dear friend of mine, and you guys can look her up. That's Mary Klein Arts, and she's known for making art on Venice Beach. She was also the victim and the survivor of a huge attack on Venice Beach that was international news. And she's a good woman and an artist. She's a mother and a grandmother. So shout out to you, Mary the Mermaid Fairy. She's not here in chat right now, but she watches all my streams back, and she'll be sure to see this. Mary, the world loves you. And we thank you for what you did for Daisy. And I'm sorry that Daisy didn't ever see that. Thank you. Or take that road. I know, it's a real downer. Well, I've seen the original movie. The original one, the Disney one. With, the redheaded Ariel mermaid, the cartoon one, but I'm not going to watch the one where they remade her black. What's up with that? They did that with Annie, too. Also another redhead in a very good movie, but they decided to remake it with a black girl. Why are you guys doing this? Black people, I have nothing against you, but why are you taking all the white movies and remaking them into black movies? I think that's weird. So I'm a minority. I have the MC1R gene. I'm a redhead. Very few movies in the world are made about redheads. Now they've taken the redhead movies and they've replaced them with black actors. You think that's okay? Okay? Black Lives Matter? No. Not when you're replacing white people in movies. So, that's what I have to say about that. So I like the original movie. Under the Sea. Under the Sea. I like the movie so much that once I had a saltwater fish tank when I was a stripper and I had a lot of money. In that saltwater fish tank, I replicated the whole little scene. I had Nemo in the anemone. I had Dory the fish. What else did I have? I had the starfish, and I had a little crab. I had a bunch of other stuff in there, but I was trying to replicate that movie in my fish tank a little bit, and I actually did. Hi, Heather. I see you. Sal, and he's retracting messages. Sal 10 TNT. What kind of messages are you retracting? What could you have said that you possibly are taking back? What? Huh? What are you saying? Repeat it. Sesh with me. Go. What's up, Fred? Fred's in the house. Okay, so this is out. I do need to put this in the sun. Let's find a sunspot for this. There's not much sun in my backyard. Let's find. How's your day going so far? We've been streaming for 2 hours, 48 minutes, and 35 seconds. How's it been? What do you guys think? Are you having a good time? How's my babble today? Between a 1 and a 10, how's my babble? I think I'm at about an 8, maybe an 8.5 today on the babble scale. What's the babble scale? How much I'm going off and just going off, right? Not a lot of people can live stream because you have to have the gift of gab. I have that. It's not always a good thing. Oh, 10. Fred says 10. Amazing. Oh, Sal. No, that's Fred that said 10. Thank you. Do you remember when Ariel has her legs and Scuttle says, look, human legs? Yeah, I remember that, I think. Well, I don't know if it was Scuttle that said it, but I remember when she had the human legs and then they were all surprised that she had human legs. Yes, the best part when she gets to human legs, I feel. I love that part. And then she goes and gets to kiss the prince. It's like my life. It's like me and Skippy. But I always had legs. I would like to have a mermaid tail once. I have a mermaid tail blanket. It's not like a kid's mermaid tail like little kids will put on to like have cosplay. I actually have a hand knitted, crocheted mermaid tail that was made for me by an artist, a knitter, a crocheter, and it's actually a blanket. So it's a blanket that just goes up to about there, and I could pull it up here a little bit, but it has a mermaid tail. It's quite lovely. I've never even shown that one to Mary. I've had it for about 10 years. I should maybe make a video of that. Yeah, everybody should go subscribe to Sam. Sam, you're gonna have to start making content soon, girl. I know you don't have content on your channel, but I saw you do have a lot of subscribers, including me. Um, Chat is God. Chat is God. What is Sam? Sam is chat. There aren't too many chatters that know how to chat like Sam. Sam is a blessing in my chat. I don't even know if she knows it. I have a feeling she does. Um, a streamer can only hope for a chatter like Sam. Sam will come in, be positive, support me, and keep the chat going, make friends with y'all, and keep that going, and keep you all pleased. Some streamers might think she's taking my viewers. No, quite the contrary. She is supporting my channel and keeping my chat healthy, positive, and going. And as a streamer, I could never ask for more. If I had mods, she'd be top mod in a second. So she's doing God's work. She doesn't have content on her channel. She's just a chatter. But I'm going to say this again. Chat is God. And she's one of the best chatters I've ever met. So if you want to go subscribe to her, I support it. I say give Sam as many fucking subscriptions as she can get over there. And Sam, on top of that, I say you should start making some content, girl. You don't have to make it a view, you don't have to live stream, but Jesus Christ, it's summer. You could film the ocean, or you could film the lake where you're by and just put, make a 60-second short, put some music to it, have that on your page. You could film your dog, just a couple shorts maybe, so you have something on your page so we could kind of see who you are. Because you're a lovely, lovely, beautiful, educated, smart, charming lady. And I'm sure you would do well with art on your channel too. So I have a lot of good things to say about Sam. And knuckles to you, Sammy Poo. Thanks for being in my chat and keeping it right on. So everybody go subscribe to Sam. And also Sam, start making some content. Make a video. Make a short video. Just go down to that plus, hit it, make something, add some music, and call it a day and leave it there. That way when we all come subscribe to you, we can take a little look-see-poo at something. You don't have to do it every day like me. I'm not asking you to be insane, but make a little art for us. I think we should inspire you to do that because you are inspiring us. Sammy Poo, the chatter. Chat is God. J Mod, I'm just seeing you now for the first time. Welcome to chat. Let me go. I'm going back. Well, first, I got to stop this and say this first. I just reread this wrong. Sam, it says, I'm laid back and quiet, and I love making friends. My eyes, I've been reading chat for a while, and it said, I thought it said something about I'm getting laid in love making. I thought that comment said something like, I'm getting laid and love making friends. I thought that's what you just said in my chat. She did not. She said, I'm laid back and quiet, but I do love making friends. Oh my God, that was funny. So J-Man, she says, my girl, did you get your power back? Yes? Yes. I got it before my stream ended last night. Let's say it was 2 or 3 hours. It was out last night. But that 2 or 3 hours was hard, man, because it was hot. It was still. Skippy was at work. The dogs were in there, and I was so concerned about those flat-faced dogs being hot because it's not good for them and good for them to breathe. Baxter, it's not good for his throat, trachea, for him, his cough, for this kind of heat. I was very concerned. I didn't care about me. I was miserable, but it came back on, and I was so thankful. And then when it came back on, it was kind of like a little swelter in my house because I had kept it closed up in the fear. And it was still better than in there than outside. But I turned it back on. I streamed for another like 40 minutes, and I was filthy because I had been gardening in the dirt. I hosed along. I was filthy. I had mud on my feet, on my arms, on my legs. I let the house cool off. I sat out here for another half hour and streamed. I went in the house. I took the most amazing bubble bath. It was like a lukewarm bubble bath. I didn't even want it hot. I wanted it like lukewarm, and it was so nice. I put my headphones on. Ooh woo. I had my cat ear ooh woo headphones on, and I just was listening to fucking, oh, what was it? I think it was Elton John, of all things. I had Elton John on, just chilling. So, it made for a great night. This is my daily diary. It'll be fun to look back on that one day and be like, starting the stream all exciting and fun and spinning, and then losing power, and then asking you guys for help and having to go get the light, and then it coming back on. It's quite a little show that it was yesterday without me trying to be a show, right? How interesting that the stream was that, I feel like. So I'm glad we caught the action and the activity. Great for my daily diary. As much as I don't try to make content, I always say this, my life is my content. And as I just film, my content just happens, right? So, can't fake this shit. Everyone, my trolls and stuff, they're like, she's lying. She has a miserable life. She hates her husband. Well, you guys would catch on pretty soon into this. It probably would have been about 3 years ago if that was the truth. I don't know how I could keep lying 4 years into my streams where I stream all day long. I don't think I'm that good, you guys. Did I get any offers for the bubble tent? Well, to be honest, TBH, brutal, I haven't even looked at my email. The email is something I avoid right now. I know I put it out there that you guys could check on my email, but also I streamed over 8 hours yesterday. I don't know if you guys realize that. I did a 4:20 stream in the morning and a 4:20 stream at night. That means I streamed over 8 hours. So when I'm done streaming, you'll notice I didn't make a lot of shorts yesterday. I'm not really looking at other things. I'm not trying to do other things. I'm certainly not trying to look at my email and catch up on that, right? I want to shut my mind off and relax. It's bubble bath time. It's playing with the dogs time. It's maybe Real Housewives of, Beverly Hills time. But no, I'm not reading my emails, especially because my emails are all going to the Lakewood Police Department right now. All my emails are out of my hands right now. I think you guys know I'm having a problem with a certain someone harassing me at my home. So right now I did make, the police were visited again last week. There was a big conference. A new detective was involved. Yeah, no, I sound like VP, but this is real, and I'm not going to say too much about it because I can't. If I say too much about it, then I don't get the protection I need. But yes, I'm not looking at my emails because I'm being harassed on my emails by someone legally, and it's a bit much. So I kind of only check my emails once a week, and I'll see it when I see it. What I did get out of the tent thing, though, was Katie. Katie, who's in here, and she has 3 daughters. Katie's daughters order shit off Amazon all the live long day. She said, just take it to Kohl's. I said, well, that's stupid. I'm not going to take it to Kohl's, Katie. I got it from Amazon. She said, well, just take it back to Kohl's. Amazon, you can take Amazon back through Kohl's. I said, oh, I didn't know that. Well, I still can't, Katie, because, look at it. First of all, look at it. It's still up. The box that it came in, I burned in the fire pit. All the paper that came with it, I burned in the fire pit. It comes in the box. It comes in a nice duffel bag. So I saved that, but all the other packaging, even the directions, I burned it. So I only have the tent and that nice duffel bag that it comes in. So I'm like, I can't return it. I don't have the box. I can't even take it to Kohl's. What am I going to do? Just take it down and put it in the duffel bag? She's like, yes, they'll take it back. They'll give you your money back. I said, well, there's no proof of me buying it. I don't have a receipt. She's like, you bought it on Amazon. If they delivered it to your home and you haven't... So I think that I can get my money back. So I still haven't checked this out. If you guys know anything about this Kohl's thing, let me know. But I think without the original box, still it's in good shape. There's no damage. It's, once I put it in the thing, it'll be clean as new. She said they'll take it back. So I'm going to go for that. Rather than me give it away, I'm going to get my $120 back. Fuck that. What do you guys think about that? So, I don't know. And you guys know I'm not driving, so I can't, drive it to Kohl's. But Skip has a buddy who takes him to get errands done and stuff, and he's like, I'll just have, dude drive me to Kohl's, and we'll take it back. So that's what we're going to try to do. Oh, Staples? There's a Staples down the street. Stop it. Shut your mouth. This is the best thing I ever heard in my life. Bakery Queen saying that you could do this at Staples as well. Really? Do you know that for a fact? without the original box Bakery Queen. I mean, it's in good shape. It's as new. I'm going to put it back. It'll be all clean. It'll be in that duffel bag, but it will not be in a box because I burned the box. And they're telling me it's fine. Hi, Staying Off the Grid. You guys, Staying Off the Grid 3844 is here. Yes, Staying Off the Grid 3844 is here. Staying Off the Grid, why do you still have 3844 in your name? We got to change that to something fun. You know, you can switch it to a star or an emoji that looks like a wiener, or, you know, 2027, which is coming up, or, you know, I don't know. We should come up with a better number for your channel that is a little more catchy and easier for people to remember. Staying Off the Grid. You should think about that, because now it's not what your channel's called. It's your @ That's what people see you as, and that's what their chat now shows you as. So that's people's first impression of you. I really feel that if you're a creative content creator, you shouldn't have numbers after your channel. It confuses people, and especially not dashes. You don't have a dash. So Staying Off the Grid. Let's think about it. You're a funny channel. I'm assuming there's another Staying Off the Grid, and that's why you had to put those numbers there. But I think you should come up with, like, different numbers. Like, do you smoke weed? So could you do, like, Staying Off the Grid 420? Like, that would be a number that everybody could remember. Or do you want to go punk rock, and you could be, like, Staying Off the Grid 666? I'm just thinking that 3844 is gonna deter people from liking your channel, because they're not going to remember that name. And I do tell that to everyone who has that and they're a creator. Why do I do that? Because someone told that to me. I had numbers in my name once, and I long ago took those away. You'll never see a number on my channel. So that's my advice to you, Staying Off the Grid. And everybody, please go like his channel. He's funny as fuck, and his shorts are going viral. Your one short went viral, dude. And his shorts have these little characters of hot blue women and a blonde woman in the graveyard, and they mess around with some cum. So that's what's going on. It's very, very artsy. It's very entertaining. It's very funny. And he is my new favorite YouTube channel. So Staying Off the Grid 3844. You guys go check him out. Once I get a new phone, he says, sure, ha ha ha. Well, you don't have to listen to me. I just, you know, I know a few things about YouTube, and I think that would benefit your channel, sweetie. That's all. And I don't think you need a phone to do that. You just have to go right there, and it should have a little next to your, I don't know, it should have a little pencil next to your @ name, and it should say edit channel right there, or edit right there. You should be able to do it. You don't even have to go to your YouTube studio to do it. You should just be able to edit the name of your channel right on your description page. So I don't think you should need a new phone for that. Heather says, okay. Staying Off the Grid says, I'm straight edge. Oh, duh. So you wouldn't be putting 420 there. I can't remember anything, so weed doesn't work for me. Straight edge. I knew you were punk rock, but I didn't know you were straight edge. Okay. Big diff in my mind now. Big diff. When you say punk rock to me, you're like me. You were a drug addict. Dumpster. But no, you're the ones that beat us up because we were doing drugs. You were the straight edge kids. Oh, I loved the straight edge kids. I dated many a straight edge boy, but they always dumped me, or I dumped them because I would leave them for the drugs, or they would leave me because I was doing the drugs. But I was always into the straight edge boys. They were the best ones. So I love that you're straight edge punk rock, dude. I didn't know that about you. I knew you just were punk rock. That makes so much sense now to me. Because you've been working out lately and your work, dude. Since I met this dude, he'd been muscling up and buffing up and looking different. Now he looks like Superman and shit now. So yeah, you guys all need to go follow him. I really enjoy him. Staying Off the Grid. When are you coming over for dinner? Skippy and I will show you Cleveland, and we'll take you around and stream with you. If you ever come to Cleveland, you look us up and we'll take you around and we'll stream with you. I don't offer that to too many people. I think Danny is the only one that has got that offer so far. Danny! He's probably watching me doing his work right now. Danny's been working a lot, you guys. He's been making a lot of edits, too. Have you guys been seeing Danny Phantom Live's edits on the RV of Chicken Andy? Chicken Andy cooking his eggs and piss today. Because IP2 is so silly and dumb. Chicken Andy, his eyes are like this. And he's really gay, but he doesn't admit it. Do you know that Chicken Andy sucked Andy Dick's dick? Yeah. Chicken Andy had a relationship with Andy Dick. Did you know that Andy Dick hangs out with IP2 because he had a crush on Chicken Andy. I know a lot of people who are listening to me and watching me right now have no idea who IP2 is and have no idea who Chicken Andy is. But I fuck with those people. But I have a feeling that you have an idea who Andy Dick is, right? The comedian, the star. He's been in a lot of movies. I think he has his own show for a while. Andy Dick. Yeah, so he fucks with the same streamers that I do that are a bunch of degenerates. The one degenerate is having an RV show right now. His name is Chicken Andy. Danny is covering that right now. So you guys need to go to Danny's channel at Danny Phantom Live and look at his new documentaries and new edits about that because he's covering Chicken Andy. Chicken Andy is a streamer in kind of my community-ish around that. And that dude had some fucking relations with Andy Dick, so that shit's funny. You don't believe me? You want to go see it for yourself? It's all here on YouTube. Type it in. Type in Chicken Andy, Andy Dick. Go for it. See what you find. Did you know that Andy Dick, for a while in between making movies, was a very severe addict and was homeless? He wasn't really homeless. He was homeless like Daisy the Venice Healer's homeless. Like he has money and a wife, but instead of staying with the money and his family, he decided to go live on the streets of LA and drink and do like crack and stuff. And then he started hanging out with the streamers that I used to hang out with. Weird, right? I know. Really weird. So Andy Dick's getting his shit together a little bit right now. I know he just went to rehab and I think he's living with the wife again. But he's still fucking men on the side and hanging out with streamers and doing crack. But he's doing better. When I first was introduced to IP2, which is a community of streamers that I used to hang out with, Andy Dick was in present life streaming with those guys. He was living homeless in a non-working RV with a bunch of kids who were addicts. But they knew that they had Andy Dick on their RV, and that as long as they kept him drunk and on fentanyl, they had really good content. And that worked very good, very good long. So there's a very, very sad rabbit hole you can go down that includes a group of people that I just got away from called IP2 and Andy Dick. Chicken Andy. Watch that shit. But I digress. I was trying to send you to Danny's page. Everybody go to Danny Fandom Live to check on his edits and he'll show you everything. That's the only rabbit hole you need to go down. The one today was Chicken Andy on the RV making piss eggs. Do you want to know more about that? You should. Go to Danny's page at Danny Phantom Live. I'm going to spell it for you because it's not spelled like a phantom. It's fan, like you're a fan of him, and you're numb. So it's Danny, DANNY, FANUMBLIVE. Danny Phantom Live. While you're there, check out the 3 documentaries he made on me. Yes. I not only have clippers and reaction channels. Danny's not only my friend, but he's made documentaries on me. There's one that's 2.5 hours long. It's called The Real Housewife of Cleveland versus Dope Girl. Guess who won? Guess who won? Yes. The ruling was in. Dope Girl was guilty. Guilty as charged, and I was innocent. We were talking about Daisy today. Danny also made a documentary about me and Daisy. It's called Goddess Reunion. The Real Housewife of Cleveland and Daisy the Venice Healer. That one's only about 20 minutes long, but if you're going to watch any of the ones on me, that's the one. It's so funny. I can still watch that, and I will have tears coming down my face. It's so funny. Me and Daisy are so retarded. It's so funny to watch. The Real Housewife of Cleveland, Goddess Reunion, and Daisy the Venice Healer. That's what that's called. That was last December-ish that was made, and that was the last time me and Daisy streamed together. And there's another documentary on me and Basil. Basil's a chat member. She was here today. So go check out Danny's channel, you guys. I think you guys will really enjoy it. He is my absolute favorite YouTuber. Hands down. So go check that shit out. Danny, and I will say this, and let me light a fire. Danny, this is for Danny. Danny put out that new edit. He has a new documentary that's coming out about me and Daisy the Venice Healer. We just talked about it today. What were we talking about? The White Devil. What did we talk about the White Devil? We said, why do I not speak to Daisy the Venice Healer anymore? Because the last time she was on my stream, she lost her fucking mind and she called me the White Devil. And I said, Daisy, you can't do that to me. I'm your friend. I had nothing to do with the slaves. I didn't have slaves. And she went on and on and on. And I said, Daisy, come on. And then so I told her the things you told me. She got real mad. She got real mad at me. And then we never spoke again. And she got real mad at me, and she said a couple things on her stream. So what did I do? I'm a YouTuber. I reacted to that. I may have said a couple things back. Did it mean I don't love her? No. It means she's insane, and she called me the white devil on my stream and was very rude and crazy. So that's funny. What that is funny. It's sad, it's funny, it's low-cow behavior and entertainment. So what's my buddy Danny do? He makes a video of it. Is it out yet? No. But it's supposed to be out soon, this month. Danny said June. Guess what? It's July. So we're going to put a little hair under Danny's ass. Danny, it happened about so long ago. We should tell the people, Danny. Plus, Daisy's running around the beach right now. It'd be a good time to put that out. You guys go look up, see who Daisy the Venice Healer is. Go find my old live streams here on my channel. Go look. They're called Daisy the Venice Healer. There she is. And me going like, the fuck, lady. I just invited you to be on my channel because I'm a nice girl. What are you calling me names for? So we're looking forward to that documentary. Go familiarize yourself with Danny's channel. Go familiarize yourself with all of his documentaries, his art, and his edits, because he's been very artistic lately and been creating a lot. But most, we look forward to the new edit coming out about me, narcissistically. Why? Because it's about me. Because there's a new little documentary coming out about me and Daisy and why we're fighting, because she is crazy and called me the white devil. And he will make that funny, and he will make us all laugh. Because you know what that is? It's funny, and it's stupid, and we will all laugh. Daisy was very serious about it. I wasn't that serious about it. I was kind of like, lady, you can't be doing that. She got very upset and all in her emotions because she really believed that I had something to do with slavery. Okay, whatever. Daisy the Venice Healer. She is a girl that I used to stream with here. She is my old best friend. She's another YouTuber. That I'm talking about her because this guy Danny made a documentary about her and I, and there is another one coming out about this exact situation. She is a homeless woman in her mid-40s who lives on the Venice Beach boardwalk. She calls herself Daisy the Venice Healer, but what she really is just a vagabond. She has kids that she's left to do this for. She's one of those sad homeless people, but she's become a personality on the boardwalk. She's also become a personality on YouTube. In her sad little sick mind, she because she is mentally ill. She lives in a mental housing facility right now because she has 18 felonies. So that is my ex-best friend. Her name was Susan Davis, but you all know her as Daisy the Venice Healer. And she's so popular on YouTube that is kind of how I became popular, is by streaming with her. Who I am, but I don't think I would have made it to the beginning of where I was way unless I had been streaming with her. Like, people just don't go on YouTube and get success like that. Daisy did because she was crazy. She had a little bit of that YouTube fame. I streamed with her on both her channels that she had almost 1 million followers on. That many people would see me. They thought we were a cult. They thought she was a cult member. And Daisy called me Goddess Jennifer Nana. And Mary was there, and she called Mary Goddess Mary. So people thought we were a cult. Daisy was just mentally ill, and we kind of just let her do that, okay? Because we were trying to help her. We weren't trying to exploit her. If we were trying to exploit her, I'd still be talking to her, and I'd have her on my channel today. I quit talking to her because she was going so far down a mental illness thing that I couldn't support that anymore. So we've talked about Daisy a few times today. You to a channel where you can watch the documentary about me and Daisy. You can find Daisy on your own here. Many people cover her like me. I have many clippers. I have many reaction channels that people cover me, okay? Way more people cover Daisy. You can just type in Daisy the Venice Healer. She'd be covered on many channels, and not in a good way. Not because she's a good person, you guys. So it's bittersweet for me. I met her because I thought she was a healer, and as a YouTube creator, I wanted to create with her, and she felt the same way about me. But then I realized she was just a meth head vagabond that left her children for meth and content, and I didn't really want to be involved with that anymore. She still is famous on YouTube. Her fame has gone way down because people know that her children are in foster care, and, you know, she should be doing other things. So it's gone a little bit left for her. But I'm still known as Goddess Jennifer Donna. I still talk to Mary here. She's still known as Goddess Mary. We still worry about Daisy. People still cover me and Daisy as a streaming duo, even though we haven't streamed together since last February because that's how popular we were together. That's how many people knew about us. So those of you that don't know about it, you guys are in a good space. Maybe don't Google that shit. Maybe you don't want me to know about that. I've, you know, I'm taking my channel in a different direction. I'm not befriending homeless women on the beach anymore that beat their children. Do you feel me? I would talk to Daisy again if she came to me and said, hey, I was kind of an asshole by treating you like an employee and calling you Goddess Jennifer Nana. I was kind of an asshole on your stream by calling you the White Devil and blaming you for all of the black man's slavery problems, Jennifer. By the way, Daisy's white, so I don't know what she's talking about. Someone made a documentary about me. Was it good? Yes, it was. Please go watch it. You can Google it. Don't Google it. Just type it into your search bar right now. It's called The Real Housewife of Cleveland versus Dope Girl. The same guy who made that made another one. The Real Housewife of Cleveland and Daisy the Venice Healer, Goddess Reunion. That's the one you should watch. It's so funny. But the one about me and Dope Girl, it's 2.5 hours long. Yeah, I'm in it. A lot of people cover me, you guys. I don't think you people that are new that realize that. I have a lot of clippers. People clip me. It's not good. It doesn't mean it's good. It's like, kind of like paparazzi in a bad way. You know, like when Justin Bieber just be walking to his car, just to get to his car, but paparazzi is like, look, he's drunk, he's high, he's an asshole. Yeah, I have people on YouTube that are called clippers, and they think that I might be worth doing that to. I have a few people that they might have 50 videos of me on their channel talking about what a piece of shit I am and how horrible I am, just so that they can make content, and they steal my content. I have reaction channels. I have one guy that did this to me, and he made several live streams against me. One live stream was 7.5 hours long. He called me a PDF file in it. Everything he said about me was a lie. His name is Steve DeLeve. He's a real fucking asshole. And he has a private members channel, and he's got at least like 5-7 videos of me on there that you got to pay to watch, where he calls me a piece of shit, covers me like that. So yeah, not only is Daisy covered, but I'm covered, but not half as bad as her. And she still wants to be that lolcow. A lolcow is someone who streams to get laughed at. And they put on a show for you to get laughed at for views. I'm not that. I never was that. I'm documenting my life. This is my real life. I'm not performing for you guys. So I'm not a lolcow. This is my diary. So this guy, Danny, he made a documentary when Dope Girl took down my channel last June. I've talked about that quite a bit on here. How that other YouTuber who's a meth head, she's also a homeless girl in California. I streamed with her many times here on my channel. And she got mad at me in a meth psychosis and nuked my channel. Since I've had since 2007, took down all my content. There was all last summer, I didn't have a channel. I had to get it back with no content and remake everything. Don't you think that sounds like an ordeal? It was. And I was well known on YouTube, so Danny made a documentary about it. Look, it's not my documentary. It's not just about me, it's about Dope Girl too. There's two sides to every story, right? So Dope Girl said she didn't do it. Dope Girl had all kinds of private messages because we were buddies. We were friends. I was trying to help her too. And all the messages that I sent to her via text, because I gave her my private phone number. I was like, girl, if you ever need help, you can come to Cleveland. Girl, I think you're a great streamer. You know, I like what you do. Girl, I support you. And those were the kind of messages that I left her. I would talk to her about Daisy. I had another girlfriend, VP, and we were all going to stream together. So I'd talk a little bit about that. So what did Dope Girl do when she got mad at me? She made all those messages public. Those are in the documentary as well. Did I want all those to be in there? No. You don't ever want anyone to make your private messages public. However, I didn't say anything wrong in those messages. I was telling Dope Girl how much I liked her and how great of a friend I was, and I thought she was neato. I thought she was neato cool. And then she nuked my channel. So Danny uses those in the documentary to show how trite she was, how in a meth psychosis she was, that she thought that my nice messages were doing her harm and that she made them public. It actually showed her character more to show those messages. You feel me? And she was saying, oh, Jennifer, she's such a pillhead. She's such a pillhead. So there may be, AI art of me being a pillhead, but it's just because, I used to be addicted to pills. I wasn't then. So there's some art in there like that, but it doesn't bother me because that's him portraying the story. So there are stories about me. People talk about me. People cover me. So if you're going to watch anyone, please watch Danny, because at least he covers it accurately with a sense of humor. and artistically. And he's my buddy on top of it. So you're not going to see any of those other clippers cover me or Daisy in a true form. They'll lie about us to make us look bad, so they look better, so they make money off us. So the documentary, I'm going to say again, is on Danny Phantom Live's channel. He's right here. He's on YouTube. Go check him out. Or if you just type in The Real Housewife of Cleveland versus Dope Girl, that's his channel. That's how you'll find it. But, you know, that's his second best one on me. The best one he did was on me and Daisy. Go watch that one he made on me and Daisy. It's called Goddess Reunion. The Real Housewife of Cleveland and Daisy the Venice Healer. It's something like that. So, Danny Phantom Live. Danny! We're talking all about your channel today. So please, Danny, come out with that new White Devil documentary, because we'd like to see it, and I'm sending a lot of people over there to look for it. And I'm not a white devil, nor is Daisy, because she's white, okay? And white people are not the only people that had a problem with slavery. So make sure you're all educated on that. Slavery is going on right now all over the world, where white people are not even involved. You know what? Sometimes white people get enslaved. Have you heard that? So don't be mad at the white man. Love the white man. Love your own people. That's what I have to say to you. Hey, Naomi, you're wrong. Guess what? We have 126 likes. 126 likes. It's amazing. I really want you guys to go check out Danny's channel. It's really something. And so are those documentaries. And while you're there, look at what he made today. Look at what he made yesterday. His documentaries are amazing. He used to be a mod in here, and he's my buddy. I don't have mods anymore, but if I did, he'd be my head mod. Him and Shep. And we're giving shout outs to Shep. We should be seeing Shep soon. Maybe the 4th, the 5th, or the 6th. Shep should be returning to chat. So yeah, go to my documentaries. Daisy says, Jennifer Nana, you know we're famous, right? And I would say, Daisy, you're stupid. No, we're not. Especially me. I'm not famous. She'd say, Jennifer Nana, you know I'm famous, right? And I would say, Daisy, you're not famous. You have a lot of subscribers on YouTube. She'd say, Jennifer Nana, A-list celebrities talk about me. And she would say it just like that to me. She would be losing her mind. Hey, thank you for that super chat. That is $4, not super chat, Cash App. Thank you for the Cash App. I appreciate you. I love you so much. So that's kind of where Daisy was. She was always wanting to be famous. She thought she was famous. No, YouTube attention is a totally different thing. Okay, here's what I want to tell you guys. Okay, you can see me from here. I'm leaving you. Why? Because my husband is here and I want to go hang out with him. We have better things to do than to hang out with chat members. I could give you a last spin. Skippy, say goodbye to chat.
Bye, chat.
Oh! Smacking my ass. I got things to do. I got to... Bye, chat.